everybody. Welcome back to the show. Oh, my goodness gracious me. It's so good to be back with all of you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, fantastic people once again. That's right. Let's start the show like we always do. There's changes, but there's some things change, some things remain the same. Let's start like we always do with our special effects extravaganza. All right. And let's see who's here today. Say hello to all you wonderful people. Let's see what we got here. First of all, right off the bat, we got Greg Jonick with the first happy dance of the day. All right. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, and then gee. Listen, obviously watching the chat, the cat's out of the bag, but the second I saw that, I'm like, oh, Deep Purple record, Deep Purple song that the Voodoo Doll always sings. That's Highway Star, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, we got Greg Jonick again, Highway Star. Greg Jonick with a 12-month membership milestone, 12 months of fun and friends, and tase that Voodoo Doll. All right, love it. Amy D 1949, she'll be in and out today, but she had to be back for the first live. That's right. Thank you so much. We got Carl. Good morning. All right. Always good to see you, buddy. Hey, Child in Time just joined. All right. Thank you so much. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it. Yes, you know I love it. Texas Tim's in the house. Good morning. All right, let's see. What do we got? Amy D. Last scroll on the left. Child in Time. Greg Jonick Society Red is here. Let's see who else. Terry Barnes. Good morning, my friends. God bless you all. God bless you too, sir. Absolutely. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the amazing, the gorgeous, the fantastic, the beautiful Ray Ray is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about that a little bit. She got, for those of you who missed last night's show, I'll tell you when we bring her up here when I'm done with the greetings. We got some good stuff going on with that. We got Victor Childress here. What's up? Good morning. Good to see you. Brian Shulman in the house. Dib said, woohoo! That's right. Put a one in the chat if for public safety's a liar. Cynthia Carrinshaw. All right. I saw Ray in the background putting up her one. Let's see. Ray. Amy. Pizza time. Oh, yes, it's pizza time. Oh, yes. That's amazing. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Hezokuai show without pizza, dagnabbit. Ironton Auditors here. Hey, Chan Felder Fathers, I can't stay, but I wanted to say hi, hit that like button, and I wish you all a great day, and we feel the same way about you, buddy. All right. Robert Thomas is here. Welcome, Hezen Ray, and welcome back. We got Kiku7. Good morning, Hezen Ray, and everyone else. Awesome. CyberRax is here, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Let's see. Jersey Fool. Did I say hello? Hello. And David E. Persons is here. All right. Let's see. Who else came out to see us today? Little Chihuahua, Big World. Quit pulling. Come on. Pick one. Let's see. We got Chef M80. Yeah. Florida Jim, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yes. Great to see you. Morning Rashers Breakfast Club. We're back. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. David Lee. Good morning, Rash family. Good morning to you, sir. Griffey's here all the way from Australia. What are the chances that Hez fixed his internet during the 7-day hiatus? Hey, that ain't up to me, man. That's up to Spectrum. They tried, they didn't do nothing. But Hannah, all right. The rebirth of Hezokuai. That's right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Florida Jim, no justice. Yes. Link 219. That was cool. Sorry I'm a bit late. I had to push myself to wake up. It's all good. Lisa Alcazar, good morning and welcome back. Thank you. All right, so it looks like we're caught up with the hellos. Hello and welcome to the show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who missed it yesterday, we got, hey, there's Graham from the Graham and Bob Show. Oh, it's a Bob. It's a Bob. Oh, they're at war with the voodoo babies right now. The evil ones. He's a good one. In fact, he wanted to do this, so I'll let him do it.
Hello, Lisa. Nice to see you. Okay, guys, I got really exciting news. I'm so happy. Mr. Hezekiah is such a nice boss and such a beautiful person that he decided to give Mrs. Ray Ray a promotion. That's right. She is now officially the Morning Rash co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Ray Ray. Hello, beautiful lady. Where are you, pretty lady? Hi, pretty lady.
That was muted, of course. Hi, how are you? It's been a long time.
I know, and I'm so happy. This means I get to see you all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yay,
For all the show. Yep.
Yay. Oh, man, it makes me so happy when I see her and when I see all of you wonderful people. Yes. This is a great show, and this is... Oh, did you meet my new friend? Mr. Hezekiah says that you gave him to him.
No, let me... Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he cute? He's not cuter than you, though. There's no way.
Come here. Say hello. I don't have a voice for him yet. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm the little squirrel guy. I'm Hezekiah's new friend. Yes. And Mrs. Ray Ray was so sweet and nice, and she gave me to Mr. Hezekiah as a present. Because she's great, and you guys are great, and I love this little guy. He's so cute. Come here, buddy. Oh yeah. Oh, so good to see you here. And I'm so happy that you're such a nice friend. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, Hezekiah is getting pretty good at doing these voices, I guess. Oh, well, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye. Yeah. All right, so anyway, Ray, take it away.
You gotta tell them why I got you the squirrel, though.
Because you're awesome.
No.
It's got the same birthday as Mr. Hezekiah. Yay!
Yes, there it is, baby voodoo. He's got the same birthday as Mr. Hezekiah. There we go.
That's right.
Sorry. I have a cold.
No, that's all right. My allergies have been kicking my butt all day, yesterday too, and today. Ugh, what a pain in the rectum, almost killed him.
So how are you this morning?
I'm getting by.
Getting by. That was a lovely intro there. I really liked that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad.
Nice.
Yeah. For anyone who didn't pick up on it, what I was doing basically was, besides also doing my comeback and building it up, I also was introducing the new thumbnail I'm going to be using for the show, where it's going to have me and Ray on it, because now she's officially the co-host of the show and not just a producer.
Yeah, I dug it. It was fun.
It was great. Gee, I wonder. We haven't discussed this at all behind the scenes. Oh no. I wonder, is this going to have any effect on your producing?
Why, yes, it is. Thank you for asking. I don't know how you figured that out all by yourself. Yes, it's going to have some effect on my producing. I'm still going to do the basics for producing, but since I'm going to be up here full time, there are some things that I was doing that really didn't need to be done, that I'm going to have to stop doing altogether. So if you have a channel, and mostly people who have channels in here are also mods, you can feel free at any time to drop your links, advertise your channels, do that at any time. You don't have to ask permission. Consider it your chat. You can do that as you please. Okay. Don't think we're going to get upset with you, because we're not going to. Okay. That's one duty that I was doing that it wasn't really a requirement of the producer role. I was just doing it because, I love you guys, but it's one thing that I'm going to have to put aside now. Apologies. I just won't have time for it. So please feel free to drop your links at any time. We will not be mad at you.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Graham with a 15-month membership milestone, having the Rash Pack his awesome sauce happy dance. You got it. All right. Yes. Also, this guy's still up. What's up with that?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Am I missing something? What does that mean?
It's Uncle Artie.
Yeah, but what does DPM mean?
Don't pull my. I don't know. How about don't let Ray Ray get co-hosting advice from Crippled Cat? Hey, there's Katie said, I've been trying to get out of being a mod for a while now.
Hey,
she said she's trying to get out of it.
I know. We'll keep it for a while longer.
It's all
just a little while longer.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to start off with something. Well, it's not really different, but it's while I was gone, it gave me some time to do some work, and I came up with a little video that I haven't premiered yet, and I don't know when it's going to premiere, because right now it's still, the video itself is still being looked at by YouTube to decide if I can monetize it or whatever. But I figured, why don't I give you guys a treat since I've been gone this whole time and show you what I was doing, and you get the one and only exclusive look at the new Hezokuai video. Who knows when it's going to premiere, but you guys get to see it first. And this one's a banger, because this is a video entitled Frauditor Gets Pepper Sprayed. Usually it's the other way around.
That's going to be fun. That's a way to start the day. Yeah.
Yes. Good way to start the day, watching a frauditor get the sauce.
Heck yeah.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
I'm sitting here trying to cry out the pepper spray right now, because this does not feel good.
Hey, douche canoe, why don't you go run tell that to SGV News and Amagansett Press and all the other frauditors that love pepper spraying people all the time?
Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help. There is no expectation of privacy in public. There's no need to fear. Hezokuai is here.
hostile work environment that we face here. He's still doing it.
He was told by his manager to ignore us. He's still sitting there, fire starting, talking about us.
We live rent free in his head.
He just can't get over us.
I get that. Why are y'all covered up like a bunch of bandits? What problem is it?
We're just creating our own privacy.
We're just creating our own privacy. That's why we're dressed like bandits, like this guy said. And I mean, look at this. There's three right there. There's the two that you can see, and then there's the one standing in the background. He's also dressed with a disguise and filming, plus the guy holding the camera. That's four idiots dressed like they're ready to rob the joint, standing around, and they can't figure out why people are thinking, like, what's going on? I don't understand. And they can't understand. They're just gaslighting or trying to build a fire or whatever the heck these idiots are talking about. How can anyone believe for a second that this isn't baiting a negative reaction? Four idiots dressed like that standing around in the post office. No, that's not weird at all. That's just a normal everyday occurrence. We interrupt this program to bring you a special report. So I was all done and completed editing this video and ready to go. Since YouTube had me on timeout, I wasn't able to upload it yet. Meanwhile, it turns out that these butterbrains who keep going to the same post office over and over and over and over decided that now they're going to get revenge by bringing more douche canoes with them. So who did they choose as their hero? Ladies and gentlemen, they returned several days later with Casey Camera Boy. Anyway, we'll get into that later. Back to you, Alan. And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I am angry at you, people like you. Like you.
That's fine, sir. You're allowed to be angry. That's your feeling. We're just using our First Amendment right.
Shut up.
Whatever you wish, sir. I don't know. I feel like it's more people like this guy right here that's the problem with America versus people with cameras. That's exactly what we're for, sir. We're here for America.
Shake your face off then.
That's not going to happen. I'm creating my own privacy.
You guys are so up.
Well, you guys could put a mask on too. That's not on us for you not putting a mask on.
How old are you? 21?
Doesn't matter.
21? 19?
Doesn't matter.
Capture this, okay?
Sir, how old are you accosting people in a post office?
Well, hey, at least these douche canoes aren't using the, well, I'm a journalist working on a story excuse. I got to give them points for that. But come on, you got to create your own privacy by wearing a mask. So that's your more free society, is one where everyone can't just go about their business. They have to disguise themselves before they go out in public.
Sir, you're pretty old to be acting like this in public.
People like you. Yeah, record it. Take off your mask.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
So you're saying America first, but you don't like the freedom that America
Yeah,
gives us?
You're all for America, but you don't like our First Amendment, right?
You don't like our freedoms, but you're America first?
You guys are trying to shut off our freedom.
Ooh, I really like what he said there. You're trying to shut off our freedoms. Why would he say that? Well, think about what these idiots are doing. If you don't like being filmed and you ask them to stop, they refuse to stop because there's no law that says they have to. So what's the only way to get these dudes to stop? To pass a law that says they have to, because they won't stop just because it's the right thing to do, just because it's nice, just because it's kind, just because it's empathetic. Nope, that's not a reason. The only reason they'll do anything is if it's a law. So what alternative is there? To limit our freedoms and to make laws that do try to control us and do all the things that these guys are supposedly against.
That's your First Amendment right. Go ahead and practice it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, you're practicing it too, so
I surely am.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts yelling at
Why
you.
don't
during
you,
the recording.
why don't you take off your mask so I can see your face?
I don't have to. I'm creating my own privacy. Oh, really? How old are you? Here, let's get what vehicle he's in.
All right, guys. Now, this is the part where everything's about to go off the rails and it's going to get nuts. I want to take a second and look at everything that led up to this moment. So, this guy's standing in the post office trying to conduct his business, and he sees 4 dudes with masks. Now he's leaving. He's walking out the door. Okay, fine. He flipped him the bird before he left and said F you. Well, he has a First Amendment right to do that, doesn't he? So, what do these 4 dudes, 4 young dudes in masks do? They follow him out the door. He hasn't done anything to them yet. Words, that's covered under the First Amendment. But now they're ganging up on him, following him as he leaves. And tell me this comment right here. Listen to this again. What this kid just said.
Let's get what vehicle he's in.
All right, guys. So I've been listening to that on a loop, and I cannot figure out what this punk is saying. It sounds like he's either saying, let's give him beer poison, or let's give him deer poison. I'm going to play it again. You guys put in the comments what you think he's saying.
Let's get what vehicle he's in.
All right. So regardless of what that punk said, the fact of the matter is it's extremely important because in the next moments, he's going to threaten to spit on them. And that's going to be their big contention as to why the pepper spray came out, because he was threatening them. But they just threatened him with some kind of poison. Who knows what kind of poison? They are the first ones to say something that was threatening, and he's responding to that.
You want me to spit on you? You want me to spit
If you
on
do
you?
that, you're going to jail.
You're gonna go to jail.
If you spit on him, you're getting pepper sprayed.
You're gonna get pepper sprayed in a minute, sir.
Yeah, you know what? See where you go.
Oh, if you try that,
You do that in federal property, sir.
all right. We just caught that on video, and you are going to jail.
That was a good experience. That dude pepper sprayed me, so obviously I pepper sprayed him in return. So I'm sitting here trying to cry out the pepper spray right now because this does not feel good.
Oh, you don't think your mouth, but dang, yeah, he has got pepper spray.
Yeah, he got me, dude.
All right, guys. So I guess the lesson here is that the way you fight for the freedom of the general public is by trying to bait the general public into a negative reaction. And then when you get one, trying to get their freedom taken away from them by having them thrown in jail. Well, at least we know that there's absolutely no possible way that they went back in there and did it again to someone else, right? No, that can't be. Can it?
We just caught another assault on camera, dude. Someone, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. That is funny, bro.
I'm not going to jail.
Yes, you are.
Hello. You guys need to talk to us at all? So it wasn't us. I know. I called for whoever called. But, no. The gentleman that was with us got assaulted. The guy that was with you guys got assaulted? Yeah, by another older gentleman. He was following him. Where's he at? Where's the other gentleman? I don't know where the hell he went. He was following him. Do you have his number or anything? Call him, see if he wants us. So I think he's on that one. But, so, honestly, okay, well, if you know him, tell him to call us if they want to talk to us. Absolutely, I'll talk to him. He'll be back here regardless, but yeah, I don't think he's going to start charging. Is there anything else you guys need? Nope. So what happened is he was standing on the walkway here, like over there. Your buddy? Yeah, and this guy he got pissed in there, came by and did the whole kind of elbow checked him in the side of the face while he's like, so, you know, it is just one of those, man. Yeah. It's part of what we do here, I guess. It is, I get it. All right, well, you guys don't need anything else? We're on our way. Yeah, because have a good day. How's it going?
Hey, Frauditor, how do those boots taste? Pretty good, huh? It's great that they're trying to hold the government accountable by being so sweet and nice to all the government employees and only picking on the random public. Oh, no, wait, these guys are there to educate the general public. Educate them about what? That they hate frauditors? What the heck are they learning? That these guys are jerks? Yeah, that's great lesson. So anyway, these potato brains, there were 4 of them there. I was able to find the footage from 2 of them. One of them's called Lizard Media. He's the one who got the sauce. And before you potato brain, butter brain, douche canoe, pro frauditor people go in my comments talking about, you're making a video about a poor, sweet, innocent frauditor getting pepper sprayed. How dare you? Let's not forget about Mr. Obvious Accountability, Cincinnati McPress, 1A Clips, Riverside County Accountability, and the videos they made of compilations celebrating all of the times that frauditors pepper sprayed random people because they had the audacity to ask not to be filmed. How dare they? All right, so the other idiot's video that I found was this Simple Media guy, and I've been cutting back and forth between his footage and Lizard Man's footage, or whatever the hell his name is. Between the 2 videos, I had over 2.5, almost 3 hours worth of footage I had to cut through. The cops were there 4 times to deal with this stuff. Talk about a waste of resources. So now they're back in there after all of that and the dust settles. Do you think that they're going to leave it alone? No. But before I play this final clip, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to apologize. Earlier in the video, I made a point of saying, well, at least they're not using the I'm a journalist technique and the standard, BS frauditor script. Oh, well, guess what? I was wrong. They're about to get into it.
Why are you videoing?
Just taking video of the post office.
I know you said that 3 times, but why are you doing?
Just
Customer. Want to be on. Other stuff is free.
Well, anyone can request video from these cameras. I could get video of you guys sitting here all day long.
U.S. government, post office, who hired you to do this?
We're private journalists.
You want a video, ask them, but don't do it on your own phone.
Well, they already know we're here.
Well, I don't care what they know.
You got several customers that I don't care to be video.
Well, there is no right to privacy in public.
Okay, all right. Not fine, but nobody else seems to know.
It's just your First Amendment right. That's how it's written.
Excuse me?
That's just how the First Amendment's written.
So why are you concealing your identity?
It's up to you in public to create your own privacy, and that's what I'm doing. Well, we're not being a nuisance. I wasn't interacting with anyone. You guys chose to interact with me. So is the post office. You don't need permission in public.
What's the company?
I'm not going to disclose that information while I'm working.
What's your company?
I'm not disclosing that information while I'm working. I'm not disclosing that information while I'm working, sir.
Wow. That's a f***ing invasion of privacy. Knock it off right now. Get me off of the video. Get me off of the video.
Sir, you
Call the cops.
they just came and talked to us already.
Get off of the video. I don't want to be on the video.
Then you got to get out of public, sir.
Then you tell me who's your boss. And you say you can't do it
No, I say I'm not going to do it, sir,
because
because you're being incredibly rude.
this is rude. Look at this.
They want the reaction for their video.
Oh boy, didn't that lady just call them out? That's a mic drop moment if I ever heard one. All right, so that was the end of the original video. But like I said earlier, guys, turns out they went back a few days later with Casey Cameraboy. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy Casey Cameraboy teaching these newbie frauditors the right way to bait a negative reaction.
Because I was told to go to the back. Sure, buddy. You gotta go home. You could take care of it, dude. I'm a customer.
You're an asshole.
What?
You're an asshole. That's what you are. Take care of me. Sell me a stamp now. Hurry up. Now. 57 stamp. I'm not your son for you to give me attitude, dude. I'm your boss right now. I'm actually your boss. Indirectly, I am your boss. All right? You can laugh. How much you make a year? Enough, huh? Not enough, huh? Exactly. 75 cents? You're used to treating people like crap, not me, not on my shift. I know how to give attitude. I could be your boss for days. I'll make you quit on your first day because you wouldn't handle me. I'll make you cry, actually. You walked out the door crying. You'll resign. You'll resign yourself. You'll be bam. I quit like that.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, right out of the horse's mouth. The real goal of First Amendment auditing: to make people cry, to get people arrested, to have an excuse to pepper spray, anything they can to cause as much chaos as they possibly can. That's what they do. They treat all humans like they're pawns in their game of YouTube videos. Nobody's an actual human. We're all just AI-generated tools for their stupid game. They're a bunch of scumbags. Casey Cameraboy's one of the scummiest of them all, and he's teaching these newbie frauditors how to maintain the level of stupidity. This video's disgusting. The music in the background, the post office started playing copywritten music on purpose to try and stop these guys. Obviously, they don't care. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for that song being in there. I tried to chop it up a little bit. Anyway, let's go back to the original ending. Take it easy, guys. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. All right. So, Ray, I know that's the first time you've seen it. What do you think of my new video? You're on mute, hon.
Of course I am.
Holy crap, I just realized we're wearing matching shirts again. I love it when it happens. It's an accident every time.
Yeah, I just realized it. Wow. Okay. Okay. All these, I don't know if these particular idiots are new or not. I know Casey Cameraboy is not new, but the other ones, I don't know if they're new, how many videos they have, how many subscribers they have. But
well, the two I found, one had like 300 subs, the other had like 67 or something at the time.
Okay, so they're pretty new.
Yeah.
They all that's why I say all the baby frauditors all go and cut their teeth at the post office.
Yep.
And it's so dumb. It's so dumb to go there, stand there, and just antagonize people. It's like, are you there to hold the government accountable, or are you there to hold people accountable? Because if so, people don't need to be held accountable by you. Right. You are just slime. People do not need to be held accountable by you. They are not government. They don't owe you anything, and they cannot violate your rights. Yep. They can't. So they're not government. And I mean, I'm glad the guy got pepper sprayed, but it seems funny to me that he was ready to pepper spray him. And I guarantee you that he would have told the cops it's not assault. He threatened to spit on me and stuff like that. But because he got pepper sprayed, he said, you're going to jail. Right. What's the dang difference? Right. That was my point. Because they were threatening pepper spray first, and then he pulled his out. Because they said, we're going to pepper spray you. We're going to pepper spray you. So then he pulled his out. But that's the thing. Like I said at the time, it's like, so you're all about freedom and being against the cops and this and that, but we're going to throw you in jail. We're going to get you arrested. And then that second guy, I like the way that they describe what he did, because they keep telling everyone you have to create your own privacy, like we're doing. You have to create your own privacy. The guy was holding his bag over his face so they couldn't film him. He was creating his own privacy. But when the guy was telling the cops that, what did he say? Yeah, he went like this so he could elbow check the guy on the way out. He was holding his bag up. Yeah, which wasn't true at all.
Well, the
And,
actual contact, if there even was any, was off camera. We didn't see that.
Of
So
course
I
we
don't know if
didn't.
we, huh?
Of course we didn't see it.
Right. Casey with 5 gifted memberships. All right. Thank you. Woohoo.
Thank you,
Okay.
Casey.
Thank you so much. But then,
No,
yeah, so.
no.
What?
Ugh,
Oh, the happy dance.
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No, there's a lot. I took notes on this. See
Nice.
this? Notes. Because this was irritating me. So the pepper spray thing too is just and true, the guy was also, here's the thing about pepper spray that annoys me. We all know you're only supposed to use it if your life's in danger or you're matching, weaponry for weaponry, force for force, okay? And his life was, nobody's life there was in danger, okay? I could see the other guy using his because they kept threatening to pepper spray him, okay? So, and he had his out like he was going to, so he was matching force for force. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, but if that guy really truly felt like he was in danger from him, like, oh, you're going to spit on me, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, why follow him? He was leaving. He was separating himself from you. You didn't have to follow him. You could have stayed in the post office. You didn't have to go out there. If you really felt like your life was in that much danger where you were going to have to pull out your dang pepper spray, why would you follow him? There was no need for that.
Yep.
You could have stayed in there and not got pepper sprayed. So, totally looking for the conflict there.
Yep.
And I would hope the police would ask him that. Why did you follow him out? Why did you not stay in there or separate yourself like he was going to his car?
Right. But see, this is the thing, like, and because, like I said, as I was working on this, because this was all while I was off, I started seeing more videos from these guys, and these dudes, like I said, these 4 guys keep going to the same post office over and over and over. And I didn't show it here because, like I said, I had over 3 hours of videos to cut through. But the one where they recruited Casey Camera Boy to go back there with them, that one specific post office employee, the one that Casey Camera Boy was talking to, giving a hard time to, they targeted him intentionally because before they walk in there, Casey Camera Boy is like, "Is that him? Is that the one? That's the guy? All right, cool." So then he goes up and buys a stamp. Also, when I said they started playing copywritten music in the post office on purpose because these idiots keep coming back and they know the cops aren't going to get rid of them to try and stop them with the copyright music, I know that because when they walked in, the manager walked out, saw them, pressed a couple buttons on her phone, and then the music kicked in. Ooh, they're trying.
They don't care though because they can just cover that with their own music. So that playing copywritten music is just not going to work ever because they can cover it. Editing programs, good ones, will let you can overwrite those. You don't, it's not a thing. So yeah, but and then they talk about always, I can FOIA those cameras up there. But what those idiots don't realize, if it gets approved, is that they're going to come heavily redacted.
Yep.
They're probably going to get mostly redacted because good luck, because they're not going to let them see anything because the pin pads are down there, names, addresses are down there. All this sensitive information is down there almost entirely throughout the day.
Yep.
So what are you going to be looking at? A whole bunch of nothing.
And the other thing that drives me crazy about that is every single one of these guys uses the security cameras as the same thing as my camera excuse.
It's not the same thing.
I mean, seriously, like they have to be, I mean, obviously we know they're idiots, but I mean, their fans have to actually be that stupid to believe that. Like, how can you not know the difference between a security camera and your own private camera?
Because they're idiots. Plus, security cameras don't relay this to YouTube and make money off of it. They don't chase you around saying, I'm your boss, I'm your boss, I'm your boss. You have no expectation of privacy in public. That's another thing that got to me in this video, was how when Casey Cameraboy got there and he was up at the counter berating that guy, saying, I would make you cry, I'm your boss right now, and everything else. Technically, no, you're not. Yep. No, you're not. They are not paid by the government. They are not paid by tax dollars. So get the heck up out of there. You're not his boss.
Yep.
Whether you pay taxes or not, camera boy, you're not his boss at any point in time. And that one little idiot saying it's written into the First Amendment that there's no privacy in public. Where
that's how it's worded, he says. Yeah.
Well, he said it was how it's written.
Yeah.
It's how it's written. Where? I've never seen that in the First Amendment at all. Where? Please point that out to me where it says in the First Amendment that you have zero expectation of privacy in public. And I will go myself and video myself eating a cop's boot. You can tell me where it says that.
Yep. And like I said, the videos were already like so long. I didn't show it all, but they keep messing with the people in there. That one day, to the point where the cops were called there 4 times. The cops came back.
Well, you would think then the cops would say, hey, look, you're obviously causing disturbances here. You need to leave.
California.
Then,
well,
they
guys, I know you're doing your First Amendment thing. Okay, have a nice
day. They should call DHS then.
The Department of Homeland Security, yeah. Right?
Well, the Postal Police, that's who they are, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. I got you. Get the Postal Police on there.
And tell them what's going on and then wait for them to come around. Even if it takes a couple hours for them to get there, they'll get them out of there.
Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, they were. Well, that's what I said. As soon as the cops left, I was like, hey, Frauditor, how do those boots taste? Edward, that's something. Okay, so everything that happens in that Dummy Kruger video about Rogue Nation is so key to everything that we talk about every day. But the video itself is over an hour long. But we did want to cover it. So actually, that's something Ray and I were discussing behind the scenes. Is like, I mean, it's over an hour. Should we cover it or just do part of it or whatever? But so you guys let us know what you think, because it is fascinating. And he says a lot of great stuff in there. But in the meantime, we got $2 from Billy Yank. Frauditors have become domestic terrorists. Here's your happy dance, buddy. All right, yes.
Thank you, Billy.
What?
I said thank you to Billy.
Yes. Christopher O'Connor, Rogue was in this chat bragging about lawsuits he filed. Rogue was up on panel here in this show. And when he first filed this lawsuit back in the day, and I talked to him about it. And basically I told him, I said, look, if you win, that money's going to come from taxpayer dollars. So you hate the government using taxpayer dollars, but you don't mind taking them for yourself. And his excuse was, well, that's different. If they behave properly, I wouldn't be able to get the taxpayer dollars in my pocket. But since they want to behave that way, I guess I get to take that money. And that makes it okay. And of course, we know now, thanks to Dummy Kruger, that he owes them money.
Yeah, but I bet he doesn't pay it. I saw it all the way through person. I sat and watched it yesterday, and it was like that hour was nothing, because Dummy Kruger has a way of putting things together where it's not boring, even though he was just reading court papers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I saw it all the way through, and it was interesting. That judge rips apart every argument really that a frauditor has.
Yep.
For what they do. She kind of just rips it all apart, and it's really interesting.
Well, that's why it's a great video, and that's also why it's so long, because the judge goes over every single thing that we talk about every day. Like, all of it's in there. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Like, you
Um,
can't just say because you're a journalist that the police can't investigate you. You
Right.
can't have that attitude, because that's not true at all. And the First Amendment doesn't just let you do anything you want. The
Right.
judge basically said that, but with much more education behind her for the legal profession.
Yeah. Well, it all ties in too, because at the end of that video, when Dummy shows a clip of Rogue Nation giving a class on filing lawsuits, the people sitting in the class, one of them is John Felix, and he's got that debate coming up with Frauditor Troll. And because of that, I went back and watched when I debated John Felix, and like going back and looking at it again, it made me realize like that was one of the things I wish I would have said at the time, because he was talking about like seizure in terms of stopping someone being a seizure of the person. And what what I should have said was the part that you guys always leave out is the unreasonable part.
Mhm.
They always skip the unreasonable when they talk about that. And like this thing with Rogue, it's not unreasonable for someone who's on private property having the cops called to tell him that he needs to leave. It's not unreasonable to ask him what the heck's going on.
And then how they always say articulable suspicion, and the judge was like, it's not articulable, it's whether he had arguable suspicion. And they had more than arguable suspicion.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I like
Well, and
that.
that's the thing. Like, and this is one of all of their arguments, even the Sovsits, when they're arguing with the cop on the side of the road and this and that. A big thing with their arguments is always like, well, what crime did I commit? What did I do? This and that. And it's like, this is America. It's not up to the cop to decide if you did it. That's what the courts are for. It's up. That's why the whole reasonable suspicion and articulable and all of that. That's what all that is about. Was there a reasonable reason to arrest this guy and bring him in the first place,
It's called
or whatever
probable
it is you
cause.
did? Huh?
It's called probable cause.
Right. Exactly. If the guy didn't do it, great. But was there a reasonable reason why the cop would think that this was the person who did it, or that they did something? It's not up to the cop to decide that. That's what the judge is there to decide. And that's one of the reasons why I get so mad when these people are always talking about Constitution this, Constitution that. Well, the judicial system is broke down in the Constitution. So if you guys hate that so much, then you're the ones that are anti-American, not us.
That's right. I mean, it all flows. You know what I mean? Everything flows from the Constitution. It's like when they say policy isn't law, but there's a law that allowed them to create that policy.
Right.
And so shut your pie hole.
Yep.
There's my argument back. Shut your fucking pie hole. Okay.
Well,
I'm
that's
allowed to create this policy.
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
that tyrant Terminator standing there going, I don't follow rules. I only follow laws. And the guard was like, you have to follow rules.
Right.
No, I don't. How do you get through life if you don't follow rules?
Yeah, just go to the gym, get naked, walk into the ladies' locker room. They can't say anything because it's
No,
just a
because
rule.
I don't
It's not a law.
follow policy. I follow law. Is there a law against me doing this? Well, I'm pretty sure there is. Okay.
Well, yeah,
Can
yeah.
you tell me the statute on this?
But where in the Constitution does it say that?
Yeah, where does it say
If
in
it
the
doesn't say in the
Constitution I
Constitution,
cannot
then
go
law
in
is
here and
law.
disturb these ladies? Yeah. Please tell me that. Otherwise, you're violating my 180th amendment.
Amendment, right? Oh,
My word.
anyway, so
they say they wanted to, you know what? Somebody told me, forget who, I think it was Erica and a couple of other people, that they really enjoy polls when you put up the random polls. So you should
oh,
do
you
it
know
more of
what?
that.
That's a good idea. I understand. I got what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah, so maybe make this a poll instead of a 1 in the chat, 2 in the chat, you know, because it's hard to keep up with that. So they want to watch Dummy Kruger, yes or no?
Yeah. The second you said that, it hit me. I'm like, oh yeah.
But they do. A lot of people like random polls, like, do you drink coffee in the morning? Do you, you know?
Do you like bones in your ice cream?
Yeah. Is there bones in ice cream? First of all.
Oh yeah.
Or are there bones in ice cream? Is there bones? Are there bones? Oh my word. Okay. So yeah, those were my notes.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, that was that's something else. One thing that I realized though, like when I said put in the chat what you think he said, everyone was like, he said, what vehicle is he in? He said, what vehicle? Why the hell did I hear rat poison or whatever it was that I heard? Oh man.
No, somebody could hear it, and they said it was they were going to follow him to see what he was
Vehicle.
driving. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's start a poll.
Frauditor Watch says it's a good question. Do you like Vegemite by the spoonful?
Dude, no. I'll tell you what though. $100 Cash App or PayPal. That's a new
You
rule.
never give them your Cash App. You'd have to change your name.
I did, so that I could.
Okay.
It's
Well, you'd have to
$1
give it to me
Hezokuai
so
now.
I can. You have to give it to me so I can put it in the banner or something.
Yeah, it's just $sign Hezokuai, and then my PayPal.
Oh, $sign Hezekiah. Okay. $sign Hezekiah. Send him $100 on Cash App or PayPal. What's your PayPal? I have to get your PayPal.
Yeah, I have to look that up. But there's on the thing on the banner, there's a QR code for it, like where you get the pizza.
For your PayPal?
Yeah, the QR code at the top is my PayPal QR code.
Oh, hey there. $100.
Yep. That way, YouTube doesn't take their 30% out of my Vegemite money. Oh man. All right. So in the meantime, it looks like we got the poll is going live. In the meantime, while you guys are voting on that, you guys want to watch some KFAR?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and
Let's
do
watch
that.
some KFAR. Oh, sorry. It's been a minute since we were on. I'm
Right.
trying
Exactly.
to
We're out of practice.
get used to my new duties. So I said duty.
Duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the handsome KFAR.
All right.
Nope, that is not KFAR. That is Dummy Kruger. My apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, KFAR.
Far back again once again. Today we're going to hit a newbie frauditor who's only been doing this for about a month. We are going to correct his first audit, and also 6 days ago he put out a video where he wanted to file some complaints and showed an absolute lack of transparency, as all frauditors do. I wasn't going to cover this guy at all, but he started doing this in the comment section of someone's community post under a comment I left. I'm not about that life, so we're going to cover this guy. Yeah, it's going to be good. Enjoy the video.
We're conducting a First Amendment audit in District 1, Rockford, Illinois. I'm here with Cricket Cop Catcher Media. It's one of our First Amendment audits, first one. See how they react to our recording in public. Come down to get a couple complaint forms for you. Hey, go like this. Go like this. Long ways.
Why long ways?
Long ways, buddy. You want the scope?
Yeah, but then they might get uncomfortable.
It don't matter.
My genuine question to every frauditor ever. Who hired you? Who gave you the job title? Oh, that's right. No one asked you to do this. You took it upon yourself to give yourself a title to, I don't know, make yourself sound legitimate, which you're still not. And if you noticed, most channels are going to this. He was like cricket catcher, waited. Oh yeah, media. That'll shield us and let us break whatever law we want, and then we can say, oh, but I'm recording. Having a camera isn't a shield. Also, if you guys noticed, he flipped the orientation and fucked up the whole video. But because I'm such a nice guy, I'm going to reorient it the correct way, and then we're going to roll with the rest of the video.
While others are in the lobby, nobody in the lobby. Is there any statues behind that?
Sped up to save time.
How you doing today, buddy? Get your name and your badge number.
Yeah, I'm a civilian. My badge number is 3043.
Okay. Can I get a complaint form from you? You got any FOIA request forms?
He got you a copy there. Our FOIA requests are done mostly over at District 3. We have advocates over there that can help you fill out FOIA requests if you need help filling them out.
Okay. Do you guys have any, what's your highest ranking officer here?
It depends on who's available. We have an assistant deputy chief here, lieutenant, sergeants, things of that nature.
Okay. Okay. Can I get my FOIA request form from you?
I don't have them. I can print some out for you. I don't have them physically available right now.
That'd be fine. Can I get one printed out from you?
Can we get you a FOIA request?
Yes, please.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Thank you.
I'm going to look it up for you. 1 second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I don't necessarily have an issue yet. This video was basically to set up some context for the next video. You guys know I love context. So right now, he's just being annoying. That's all I have for right now. All of this shit could have been taken and done at home. I know most people run FOIA requests online, so there's no real need to go in there. And then the stupid questions just to try to justify being there. Oh, well, what kind of ranking people do you have in here? What does it matter? You're not going to talk to a deputy chief. You're not going to talk to a chief. You're going to talk to a random patrol officer because that's all you're worth.
That's what I like, man. Boring FOIAs. Boring coming. View what's going on in public. We ain't getting no complaints, nothing else. Going nefarious. Going on. We got some guys in there. Hey! This is unlocked. This is free in here.
How are you?
Pretty good, buddy. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can I get your name? Make contact with me. Can I get your name? Get your name and shake your hand. Your name is?
My name is Sean.
Nice to meet you. This is open to the public here.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get your name?
I'm not a government employee. I'm a trainer.
Can I get your name?
Yeah, we're here for training.
Oh, you're here for training. Can I get your name?
Yeah, my name's Jeremy.
Can I shake your hand? Thanks. Thank you. You guys got like names or badge numbers or anything?
Yeah, I just want to let you know this was training for the government employees, and so the public doesn't access inside of this training.
Oh, okay.
So we're all done.
You did wave at me. I just was. Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we're all done with our training, so everything's good to go.
That's good. Well, yeah, everything is good to go. Yeah, I'm just waiting on a FOIA request from the gentleman out front.
You getting the help that you need?
I am. You guys are actually very friendly here. I had a couple problems with this district here. That's why I'm kind of down here. Sure. You know, I come up with complaints I want to file. You know, things that had happened to me. You know, in my family. You know, what had happened.
No worries. Well,
but yeah.
Is that your partner?
Yeah. I'm out of here though, buddy. I don't mean no ill fit. At least, you know.
No worries. Good luck to you, though.
Thank you, man. Thank you, buddy.
Have a good one.
You too, boss.
So this is where Cousin Fucker and Cricket Catcher kind of go downhill for me. They bust up into a training room. Where I worked at the police department, we had a training room. We used it for training and briefs before shifts. That's it. It's the only reason we use the room. They kick open the door like they own the place. Hey, you engaged me. What's your name? My guy, I'm a civilian trainer. The rules you're trying to enforce don't apply to me. Oh, what's your name? I'm also a civilian trainer. Suck it. I'll never understand why they think just because you're in a police department, in the building at all, you have to automatically just identify for these people, which in most police department jurisdictions, the policy is if you engage somebody, you might have to give them your name and ID. But if they run up on you, like, what's your name and badge number? That's what you can get. Like, flat out, that's what you can get.
No, he waved at me, bro. There ain't no X's or nothing right there. He said I was good to go. He said I was literally good to go. He said I was good to go.
I'm glad he brought this up again. Oh, he waved me in. He said I'm good. Again, I had a training classroom that we used for briefs and training. That was it. He waved you in thinking, shit, this guy might be late for training. He might need this training that I just gave or was about to give. So yeah, come on in. Not thinking, oh, he's just a loser wasting everybody's time.
The officer waved at me, bro. There ain't no signs or nothing that says, but this gentleman got my foil. You got my foil there, buddy?
I'm trying to find it for you still.
Not a problem there, boss. Not a problem.
And make sure everything's for City Rockford so it's all proper for you, all right?
For sure. For sure.
Give me one second. Appreciate it.
No, I just went in there and shook your guys' hands, and you know, they said I was good to go. I really don't like this blue line thing here. It's really not too cool, you know. Ain't got no ill intent, you know, just.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 gifted memberships from the one, the only, the beautiful, the amazing, the gorgeous co-host, Ray Ray! Oh, thank you so much. Here's your happy dance. Your happy dance. Are you ready? No. All right, yes. And don't forget 6 minutes to the cupcake happy dance. Yes, yes, yes.
Doing a video. Now you can't go into that part of the door right there, buddy, Austin, because that's locked. I can record it. You can record it, that's for sure. That is for sure. I don't see too many cameras up here. There's one right there looking at us right there. So they got one right there. They're good to go. Maybe they won't have a problem next time when somebody comes in here and asks for a FOIA. No problem. No, they said they're going to give me one.
They've been very professional.
No, yeah, they are. They have been very professional.
He doesn't like the thin blue line flag. I am not shocked by that. Frauditors, for some reason, can't comprehend the meaning or the fact that it's not the fucking American flag. But we're going to jump from this. I cut out 2-3 minutes of just dead air and him looking at the same signs that he already has for 10 minutes. It's going to be him talking and then him saying his closing statements for the video as he's doing his walk of shame, possibly. Yeah.
Right. So I got the instructions on how to do the FOIA requests here for you.
For sure, buddy.
You can also do the exact FOIA request. There's a form you can fill out online as well, too.
Okay, boss. Thank you, buddy. You're very professional. Thank you. You guys take it easy. Very professional here. No complaints. Actually, the past, flying colors. And yeah, I think that's good to go. A couple officers shook my hand in the back room. Got our complaints. Got our forms. District 1.
So I just wanted to finish up this portion with a few words about, 2 officers shook my hand. My God, they were third-party trainers who didn't have to answer anything. They could have just sat there and stared at you for hours if they wanted to, because they don't have to identify because they're trainers. They look like third-party trainers.
You know, this shows a lot for your guys' department here, right?
All right. I'm going to say form completed by. I'm going to select citizen because I've taken it from you.
For sure.
And I'll make a note here, wrote by me.
Awesome.
Could I get your first name, sir?
My name is.
What do you want to write?
Isn't it amazing how all of these frauditors don't know how to read, don't know how to write, and have to have everyone fill out their FOIA requests for them?
I think that was an officer complaint, not a
Well,
FOIA.
either way, he's making the guy fill it out for him, and he
Yeah,
won't
I
give him his
know.
name, and he won't give him his information.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why they lie, why they have to be so just less disingenuous all the time. And I bet you that the complaint is based on a lie. Of course, they all are genuinely, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
a
He's
cop
gonna
even
get into it.
breathes
When
in
he
their
describes
direction.
what happened, he's gonna lie about everything.
Oh yeah, he is good. And they'll say I have it all on film,
Yep.
heavily edited to favor me film. But then it's all the complaint is all based on a lie, and they don't realize that most cops have now body cams that are not edited and just have the complete raw footage of what actually happened.
Yep.
So
But I've asked them before, some of them that I've interviewed, and they all give the same answer. Well, it doesn't matter that we lie because cops lie. So that makes it okay for us to lie.
cops generally don't lie, though. They're
Right.
like detectives will sometimes use trickery and stuff in interrogation. But I don't think cops out on the street generally lie. Like, hey, I pulled you over because you're doing 50 and a 20. I mean, and you weren't. You would
Right.
know if you were doing 50 and a 20.
Right. Well, again, their excuse is always that technically there are things that cops can say that are allowed, but like you said, that's usually done in a specific situation for a specific purpose as part of an
Mhm.
investigation, not just like you said, like lying about he was speeding when he wasn't, or just flat
Right.
out lying about, oh, I pulled you over because you don't have a plate when they clearly do, like it's no, that's not how it
Right.
works.
Or they say, like, hey, step out. I need to just talk to you. You're not in any trouble. That's just to get people out of the car that are being argumentative.
Right.
I don't think that's flat out lying. That's just getting some, trying to solve a problem with a problem person that's being argumentative with them,
Right.
saying they don't have to get out of the car. Why do you want me to get out of the car when clearly they do have to get out of the car if the
Yep.
cop tells you to,
And
But
I've seen plenty of these videos, like even like with body cam videos and stuff, not just Frauditor videos or whatever, where they'll detain the guy, they'll put him in the cuffs, they'll do their investigation, and then let him go.
let them go.
Like just
Exactly.
because they say get out of the car doesn't mean that they're lying to you that they're going to arrest you. They have to make that determination after they get you out of the guitar. The guitar. They have to get you out of the guitar because
Yeah.
you gotta play your way into jail because it's time for the cupcake happy dance. All right. Okay. Ole. All right. Yes, absolutely. Anything else before we go back to the video?
No, I'm just looking for Cupcake because said she'd be here today, looking for her happy dance. So I hope she's here.
Hey. All righty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. No, that ain't it. Although that's
No.
one good-looking guy. All right.
I'll write it down. Yeah, no problem.
So I love it how these people are all about transparency for every single person in the world, except for themselves. You'll see this all the time where they'll try to hide things about themselves. That's not very transparent.
I did not move that.
You might have taken my there because I don't have it.
Nope, I did not take it, but I promise.
Okay, right here, bud. Right here. Yep.
I wouldn't take your guys' stuff.
No. God, I can't.
All right, so I have here James Gully. That's who you're complaining on?
That's my complaint.
Oh, so,
And the other gentleman, his name is right there too. I have a complaint on him as well. I did not get his name.
one of the guys by the metal detectors?
Yes.
The other officer, I'll just put security for now.
Okay.
So this is where Dipshit 1 and Dipshit 2 filed a complaint about an incident that I believe I found on his channel, so we're going to jump to that in a second. They tried to run up in a courthouse, even though there was plenty of signage that said, no recording, no camera recording devices. They took that as a challenge, tried to kick the door open, and they fucked around and found out.
We're Bago County Justice. See if they respect our rights. Video and audio film. Prohibited items.
Within court facilities, meaning that only within the courthouse, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Is there a statute behind that though?
No, there's no statute behind it.
All right, so before they go and pull all this courthouse nonsense, I talked to an attorney about a few weeks ago for about 45 minutes about this specific topic. I wrote it all down because I was never going to remember everything. Basically, the way it was explained to me is that the courthouse, if they felt like it, could justifiably being the key word here, push it all the way to the parking lot with this whole no recording thing. If they could find a justifiable reason to say, yeah, we can't have you record in the parking lot because of XYZ, that's just what it is. And if you want to complain, the only people you have to complain to is the court itself, because they're the one with power over the property. It is what it is. So they're not going to say, oh no, you're right, we were wrong. You can steal victims' information from the parking lot. You're right. So everything they said, oh, is there a statute behind it? Doesn't fucking matter.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good, how are you? Just come and get a FOIA from you guys. Do a little walkthrough.
Sure, put everything in here.
For sure. Is that a law? Yeah. Can I see the law? Sure. Is there a statute on the law?
The sign says right here.
Can I see it?
The sign over here.
What's your name, buddy? Yeah. Can I get your name?
Yep, right there.
And your badge number?
Don't need it.
I don't need it?
No.
Why don't I need
You
it?
can't bring that in the building.
Is there like an extension? I'm not going in a courthouse or in a court area. I come here to get a FOIA.
You can get a FOIA.
Right. I know I can get a FOIA. I know I can get it online too. I come here to get a written FOIA. Can I walk through the building and access the people? This is people's building? Is this the people?
You can record all you want out there.
Out here in the lobby area? This is considered the court area to pass here then?
Yeah.
So who says that?
Oh, you mean the people's property? No, your name shows up nowhere on any of the paperwork for that building, so no, it's not the people's building. I said it earlier. The court can basically do this. And I'm fine with it. Wait, you mean you can't record victims? You can't record jurors? Oh my god, that's crazy. Who would have thought? Oh, I can't just walk through. No, you can't. Because more than likely the head judge said, hey, yeah, we need to put this rule, this rule, and this rule. And they said, okay, cool, awesome. You can legally do that. You have the authority to do that. Cool story. And this guy just doesn't understand.
You guys,
you can record all you want out there. Once you pass through the courts, you can't record.
well, I understand in the courtroom. I understand that. I do understand that.
Happy to go down right over
So I can go down right over there then?
Yeah.
I go down right over there.
As long as you don't record.
As long as I don't record, he's saying I can go down right there, not in the courtroom. You just said this. So why can't I?
Over here, you gotta turn your phone up.
Is that a law?
That's what there was on there. If you look at it and read it.
I've already read that.
You can read, can't you?
Well,
yeah, I mean, yeah. Right, which I will. Can I get a copy of it? So when I find out, is there a judge's order?
Yeah.
It is. Who's the judge? You guys know the judge?
Yeah.
You know, it's a statute.
Can you move out of the way so people are actually?
I mean, I was trying to access the people's building.
Over here, people coming in the building. Please.
You got the paper?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me? By who's your name?
Will you please step over there so people get in the building?
Is this a threat of arrest?
Last time telling. Come on, let's go.
Is this under threat of arrest? I will. Under threat of arrest, I will leave. You're putting your hands on me now?
I'm asking you to leave.
You're escorting me out of the building now? Yep. What is your name? You just pushed me? See it there. Come on. Let's go, Austin. See it there. I will see you there. You just escorted me out the building. Thank you, sir.
So now that we're all caught up, I believe this is the incident that spurred on the complaint that we're about to finish watching. I didn't see anything complaint worthy. The only thing I could say is maybe the officer should have, or officer, deputy, whoever it happened to be, should have arrested him for blocking the entrance to a government building. For 5 minutes, nobody could come into the courthouse because he wanted to throw a hissy fit. The recording thing, they made it pretty clear. Record past this point that we're currently at, and something will happen to you. He didn't push it. He didn't try to run through the metal detector or security checkpoint and do anything. So kind of a P word for that one. And then he's like, come on, Austin, let's go. If I was to guess, Austin looks like the cricket catcher media, like he said, because apparently if you throw news now or media in front of your name or behind your name, that gives you a shield to break whatever laws you want.
And what was the incident date? It's down here?
Yes, it
Mind
is.
if I read this here?
The 6th of February.
Okay, perfect.
At 3:53, approximately.
6:24 I got, in time 3:53 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
3:53 p.m. All right, and what was the complaint, or what was going on?
Oh, we just
Yeah, it was
wanted to
type
come and
incident.
file a FOIA.
Okay. All right. So, I guess it says type of incident. I guess what would be your complaint?
Oh,
I guess-
assault.
Okay. And then, if you want to briefly explain to me what happened.
I was exercising my First Amendment right by video recording, as I am right now. And the two officers, which I have it all on video, and you guys can get the video and whatnot.
Video recording.
Yes.
Okay.
And I told them I wanted to go and file a FOIA, and the one officer.
Sorry, it was here, right?
It was here.
Okay.
Yes, it was here.
So video recording at
650 West 8.
Yep, CJC 650 West 8. If that sounds okay for you.
And I wanted to come and file a FOIA
Okay.
and conduct rights of First Amendment rights of gathering my story
Sure, you
for
wanna
my news.
File a FOIA request, right?
Right, file a FOIA request.
FOIA request. Okay.
And I was denied FOIA, so that's one thing. Denied a FOIA.
Okay.
I was told that there's no video recording and whatnot, and I was shoved on, pushed on, and I asked for the law to see the law.
So told no.
All right, so real quick, what was it? Robert Thomas. As far as I know, it's against the law to file a fake police report, but not a police complaint. As far as I know, every jurisdiction has its own rules, so maybe it exists, but in general, I think most of these complaints just end up getting tossed in the trash and nobody cares anyway. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. And I think I'm right.
I'm sorry, just writing slower than you're talking. So told no recording.
Told no
correct?
recording.
By the officers?
Right.
Okay. And you said you were shoved?
Yeah, I was shoved. At that point, I was grabbed and shoved. I didn't know if I was being escorted out, trespassed, or
Sure.
Arrested at that point.
Sure.
Which
So,
is all on film.
And then told no recording by officers, was shoved and grabbed. And you said you didn't know if you were under arrest?
Right.
No, if under arrest?
Right.
So this is why I hate frauditors like this. He just lied for damn near 2 minutes straight. His own video debunks it. And yet he posted that said video on his publicly viewable YouTube channel. Doesn't make any sense to me. They denied my FOIA request. No, they just politely said, from here to anywhere the fuck else past here, you cannot record. At no point did they say, you cannot enter this building whatsoever. No, the courtroom has a restriction of where and when you can record. And they were going to break that if they went past that point. But to them, they denied me a FOIA request. Oh, he assaulted me. No, he got you out of the way because you were blocking the entrance to the courthouse. That's why you were moved out of the way, because you are so dumb you couldn't move out of the way yourself.
Okay. Anything else there, Bob?
And he said I was, it's all on film, sure.
I'll make a note here. didn't know if it was under arrest, and you said,
Right.
this is all filmed?
Right.
It was
And I
all
asked him
filmed?
if I was being escorted out, and he said, yes, I was. And he said I had no, like, legitimate reason to be here.
Sure. So I asked him, sorry, ran out of here. You asked him what, sir? I'm trying to write down there. I lost it. So this was all filmed, and you said I asked him, and I lost what you were saying.
I asked him if he, if he knew the law on the building.
Okay. If he knew the law on the building?
Right.
Okay.
And I was gathering content for my story to publish.
Okay. And you said I was gathering contact?
Right.
All right. And then what happened?
He grabbed me and showed me,
Content, okay, sorry. So, he knew the law on the building, I was gathering content.
Right. Well, he didn't let me get a chance to say that. Actually, he didn't let me get a chance.
But that's
to
what
say
you were trying to do.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And they proceed to both look at each other.
Okay. And then they escorted you out?
Gully escorted me out.
So at no point was he grabbed and shoved, and at no point was he escorted out. Again, if you noticed, he was guided away from where everybody was trying to get in, and that's where they stopped guiding him. So this whole, they guided me out. We watched the video, my guy. You were let go 20 feet away from the door, and they went back to their job, and you threw a hissy fit with Austin.
They looked at each other, and then Gully escorted you out?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he didn't put hands on me, but.
Gotcha, but it,
I had it on camera.
sure, escorted us both out, but.
Right.
Okay.
He put his hands on me.
Us both out.
Violently, too. And he shoved me. He just didn't, escort me out. He just grabbed me up and just gave me a shove.
And he violently shoved me out of the building?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
He grabbed me and violently shoved me out of the building. The dude barely even made contact with him at all.
So, anything else you want me to add here? I'll read this to you. Sorry, I was writing fast.
That's it.
I'm gonna read
It's
this back
kind
to
of
you.
hard,
I get you. It's hard to.
And it's emotional, too,
No, I understand.
as-
So, video recording at CJ 650 West State. Sorry, I'm fixing my camera. So, I wanted to file, right?
Right.
To file FOIA request. You were denied the FOIA, correct?
Correct.
I told no recording by officers.
He wasn't denied the FOIA. They said he could come in as long as he wasn't filming.
This was all
Right, exactly.
if he knew the law.
Can he show me the law?
Okay.
Yeah.
If he knew the law, or did, so you asked him if he could show you the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't disrespectful
No,
or
I
nothing.
get you.
Yeah.
If he could show you the law, I'm going to
Yeah.
change that there. So I'm gonna initial here, change that. So
Yeah.
sorry, let me read this back here. So I asked him if he could show you the law.
For sure.
Show me the law.
Yeah.
On building, right?
Yeah.
I was gathering content.
For sure.
They looked at each other, talking about the two security officers, right? They looked at each other.
Yeah.
And then Gully escorted us both out, and he violently shoved me out of the building.
Right.
Does that sound accurate about mostly what you're complaining?
Mostly, and it's on video too.
Yep. And
It's so emotional. Grow up, man, child. It's probably the first time you were ever told no. And now you're butthurt about it. You're practically crying. And then your friend, oh, I was escorted out too. Motherfucker, I don't even think they spoke to you. So this whole just wanting to be a victim too thing is strange to me. I think it should be I don't want to say capital offense because that might be a little extra. But yes, I think there should be a legitimate crime associated with knowingly filing a false complaint against an officer, sheriff, deputy, trooper, whatever. Because again, his own video debunks everything that he's saying. Yet he's sitting there talking about, oh, it's so emotional, blah, blah, blah.
And I think let me see if I thought I put that under. This was all filmed, I will.
For sure.
Okay.
And where is this going to go?
So this complaint, I'm taking it.
Okay.
And then I will give it to the courthouse security director.
Awesome.
Okay, and that'll go for him. Now,
Okay.
that's that. There, I'll have you guys fill out your info.
For sure.
So what I'm going to do here with this, to kind of meet in the middle here,
All right.
because What I'm gonna do is I'll make a copy of this, like you said.
You're gonna stamp it?
If they have a stamp.
For
But
sure.
what I'll do is, I'll make a copy of either way. What I'm gonna do is, with your guys' help, I can, if you don't wanna fill this out, just to make it easier for all of us, the only way I'm being told they do this is with this. So if you're all right with me, I will help you guys. We can fill out this
See,
form.
and then that's, the onus is on you. If you want to do that, we don't have to stay here, but we just want our copy and we'll be on our way. If that's comfortable for you to do that, that's on
I can
you.
do
That's
that,
not
but
on us.
I'll need just the basic information, though.
There's the basic information here.
But for you, because they'll want your name.
That should be sufficient enough.
Okay.
Yep. Like,
They
legit.
need, but to get the Freedom of Information Act, I believe they just need your information, and they told me an email. Do you have an email they could send you?
That number should be sufficient enough.
This is your phone number?
Yes, sir.
And obviously I have your name right here.
For sure.
I didn't want, you want me to, I guess I can do this. I can write your name on here and your phone number.
Right.
And I'll make a copy of this and I can attach it. At least this form is
Buddy,
semi-filled out.
just give me a copy and let me be on my way. Whatever you want to do with this information, that's on you, boss.
Let me make a copy and I'll be right
For
back.
sure, Buck.
All right, so our boy here, where's this gonna go? Where's this gonna go? I can tell you guys right now, that complaint is gonna find its way quickly to a trash can. Let's move on and cover the fact that I think he knows that he just told a bunch of lies and knows that the video that he may or may not share with them is going to show that he was completely lying and completely in the wrong about everything. So now he's not trying to give his name for anything. Oh, the FOIA request. Oh, my phone number should be fine. I don't need an email. Blah blah blah. Oh, you just do what you need to do. I'm trying to dip out of here. Me and my boy Austin, the cricket catcher. Like, they're trying to get out because he just lied.
I have one other question. If we went upstairs, would you arrest us?
I would try not to.
You would try not to?
Because I would much rather not.
For sure.
I do, and the biggest thing is there's safety concerns.
I understand.
With victims,
For sure.
witnesses, suspects, things like that. We're just trying to protect people. It's not anything against you guys. Like right now, we're in a public area.
Awesome.
That's why there's no issue. So obviously, I don't want to arrest anyone.
Right.
If that's all brought up. So what I'm gonna do is leave my pen here.
Thank you, sir.
So you guys can fill out your basic information for this complaint.
And then
part.
you'll just give us a copy
I'm
of
gonna
that,
make a copy.
and we'll be on our
I'll
way.
be right back.
Awesome, boss.
Well, guys, thank you for sitting through that video. If you aren't bored yet, I'll throw the link to my most recent video on my body cam channel down in the description somewhere. But yeah, this guy's brand new. Let me look it up real quick. Rockford Metro Press. Got to throw press in there to make himself feel more legitimate, even though he's not. But yeah, you just saw him lie his ass off and then try to get up and dip. Would you arrest us if we went upstairs? Well, I would try not to. He would do exactly what I believe the sheriff deputy already tried to do when they were going through the metal detector. They're going to say, hey, this is this. Hey, this is this. You can't do this because of this. And then he's going to cry and try to file a complaint against him with someone else. But yeah, thanks for sitting through that video. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.
All right. Round of applause for K-Far. That's right. So, oh my goodness gracious me. What do you think of that debacle?
See, I saw that video. It was covered by someone else. I don't remember who. But I saw that video. He lied. That whole statement was a lie.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Every word of it.
shoved out. He wasn't pushed out the door. He wasn't shoved out the door. It was he even turned around and had to shout back, do you guys have my keys? Because he didn't think he had his keys. But he did have them. So nobody was even standing around him.
Exactly. Yeah. And it just, the way that he painted this whole picture, and I saw a bunch of people in the chat also mentioning, like we said earlier, why is the cop writing it out for him? That's what these guys do, right? Audit them, tyrant. I mean, usually they do it with the FOIAs, but it's the same basic idea. No. You have to write it for me. What if I had no arms? What if I was blind? What if you have to do it by law? You have no choice.
I was Helen Keller walking in here, yeah.
With your camera that you can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I somehow think she would even do it by herself. So.
Yeah, she was smart enough. She could have figured it out. These douche canoes can't even figure it out, and they can see and hear. Oh, dear. Yeah. Did you see what Dummy Kruger said? He voted in the poll, no, don't show my video.
Yeah, I know. I highlighted the comment. Yeah, I thought that was really funny. So speaking of the poll, did you have anything more to say on that?
Oh, we could get into that more, but first here, I'll click end poll and see where we're at.
Yeah.
Let's see. All
They
right.
were watching. Godzilla, really? Godzilla? I thought you were over that. You're lucky
Final
I'm not
vote.
there.
59 yes, 21 no, and 18% for Godzilla. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget the good old Hezilla.
Well, now it's 40, Jeff. Now it's 40 because he has that up on his picture. So
What happened?
you owe money.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
Godzilla bet.
I need it in my pay envelope at the end of the month.
Hey, there you go. That explains, if you remember a couple weeks ago when I paid you, you were like, did you already pay me this month? Take it out of the Godzilla money.
No. That's still extra. I can't do that, I'm sorry.
I know.
Right, so it looks like we're going to cover this. So yeah, this to me, the hour went so fast because it's interesting to me, and I loved how this judge was just ripping this whole argument to shreds. It took care of like every frauditor argument basically. And I love the argument of the public easement. People are allowed to walk here, but the key word, like you said, was walking. You were not walking. You were standing there, you goof. So yeah, I really love how all arguments were just.
And literally, if you take the exact same argument and use it against them, find out where one of these guys lives, see if they, especially if they have a driveway, stand in their driveway and set up your camera. And then when imminent, especially if they're with the family, if they have one, try to move and drive their car. Hey, move. This is a public easement.
Yeah, I can walk across it.
That means it's public. That means I could stand here all day as long as I'm filming.
Yeah.
You can't stop me. What are you, a tyrant? What are you trying to violate my rights?
This is a constitutionally protected activity.
Yep.
You can't turn that into a crime.
Yep. What are you going to call the cops, bootlicker?
Yeah.
But
all the men with guns.
So we are going to show this one because it is like all the things that we talk about, but hearing all these different points being made by the court just shows that we're right. Two, like I said in the chat earlier, I've had Rogue Nation up here and I've actually had a discussion with him about this. And then Dummy Kruger just said in the chat that it was Rogue Nation in this chat talking to him about this that made him like, okay, let me dig into this and find out. And then
Rogue Nation asked him to look into his lawsuits.
Right. It was Rogue's idea. So okay.
But I bet he doesn't like that it didn't come out in his favor. But hey, that's his problem. My comment on this was, and he still has the audacity to run these classes.
Right.
I mean, he obviously
file a lawsuit. He's not going to teach them how to win a lawsuit. He's going to teach them how to file one.
Right. And when you compare the law, like the legal writing in these, of course, when you have a lawyer, is going to blow any, pro se out of the water. But I've seen people that do a pretty good job writing their briefs and explanation in, support and all of that. This guy was just like, pretty much because I said so.
He literally says, yeah.
And that's not,
That's one thing that I will give Long Island Audit. He gets professionals to help him write his stuff, and sometimes actual lawyers.
Yeah, he's not, in that regard, he's not dumb. You don't want to write that kind of stuff and send it off to a judge.
Right.
She's just going to be like, this is not what you put in front of me.
Right.
Even pro se, you can look up. They have all sorts of templates for this stuff. They have all kinds of things you can look up on. It's Google. They have everything. Right. You can access the library and get help in researching how to do this. Trust me.
Yeah.
And right. you don't have to send off what basically looks like a word letter to your pal. Like, it's that way because I said so. Deal with it.
That's the thing too. Like, from a lot of judges that I've heard, like talk to a lot of these pro se people, will say that when you're pro se, we actually tend to give more leeway. But so you don't even necessarily have to really study and research it deep, but you have to at least make some sort of a legal argument. Not, well, I don't like it because I said I don't like it, and that's why. Meh.
Well, and most of them get it, even the ones that handwrite it can kind of get the formatting right. You know, he didn't even do that. I'm like, what is that?
Oh man. Yeah, it's
and then he's gonna run a class. He's gonna run a class on what? How to lose a lawsuit?
I was just thinking about something.
No.
Could that class, because that's a video from his channel of him teaching that class, and look at who his students are. Ugh. A who's who of disgusting individuals and sovereign citizens. Could that class be considered as evidence of him giving classes on and encouraging paper terrorism?
I would think it would be practicing law without a license. If he's teaching how to file lawsuits and how to write things and how to, I think it's more practicing law without a license.
Very interesting thought.
But I'm not sure. Like, I don't pretend to be a lawyer.
Right.
I don't even play one on TV, and I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Right.
At all. That's not my forte. I can look things up though. But to me, charging, I don't know if he's charging them for this class or what. But
I'm not a journalist. I just play one on YouTube.
that's what I would go with, is practicing law without a license.
Right. Well, all right. So anyway, guys, this is obviously going to take up the rest of the show. Plus, we might go a little over today because at some point, obviously, we're going to want to pause and discuss some of this stuff. This video is an hour long. It's the new Dummy Kruger video. There's just, it's just, we have to, because there's so, like, everything that we talk about every day is in here. It's so juicy. It's so full of everything that's awesome. And hearing it coming from the courts is brilliant. Are you ready?
I am more than ready.
Let's do this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dummy Kruger.
Dummy Kruger. Gotta dance. Love this song.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. In today's video, we head to a United States Coast Guard training center located in Mobile, Alabama, to do a deep dive into a recently failed attempt by First Amendment auditor Rogue Nation to sue 2 police officers for alleged First and Fourth Amendment violations while he performed one of his First Amendment audits. We're going to mainly focus on the summary judgment that was granted in this case, which will go over a part of Rogue's arguments, part of the defense's arguments, and the finding by the judge. This finding has been known for a few months and discussed on other channels, but 2 things have happened since then. First, Rogue appealed the finding and that has since crashed and burned. And second, Rogue was hit with a hefty fee of almost $3,000 after the summary judgment was decided. This video will consist of covering a lot of court documents with clips from his audit intertwined. Be forewarned, the video will contain lots of reading while going over his case, so it's not quite as action-packed as you may be used to. However, if you are like me and are interested in their arguments in a legal sense, this case has it all. You'll see the judge tackle so many arguments that a lot of us hear daily while watching these auditors, including things like right-of-way access, easements, trespassing, a form analysis, reasonable articulable suspicion, IDing with a social security number, qualified immunity, interference with only being a physical act, time, place, and manner, and many others. In just this one case alone, so many of these First Amendment auditing arguments get shredded to pieces by the judge. Really quickly before we get to the summary judgment, let's take a quick look at some of what the defense attorney wrote in their motion for summary judgment, because they didn't hold back. So the defense started off their motion like this. The present matter is brought before this court not to address some legitimate violation of constitutional rights or privileges, but for the purposes of generating YouTube ad revenue, ultimately wasting this court's time and resources, along with that of the defendants and the citizens of Mobile, Alabama. The interaction leading to the alleged rights violations was not the result of some rogue or out-of-control police action, but the result of the plaintiff's own purposely directed and inflammatory conduct in interacting with USCG security personnel and filming onto a military installation. As a result, the City of Mobile police were called to investigate a potential criminal trespass onto federal property and potential illegal filming of a designated military installation. The defense continued. Ultimately, Metz's claims are due to be dismissed as the plaintiff's constitutional rights were not violated and defendants are entitled to qualified immunity. There is no doubt that, at least, the defendants were performing discretionary functions at the time of the incident, and their conduct did not violate any clearly established statutory or constitutional rights of which a reasonable person would have known. So this motion by the defense was 30 pages long, but it was mostly covered by the judge in the summary judgment. Let's jump straight to that. Starting with the introduction, plaintiff's claims stem from an incident that occurred near the front gate to the United States Coast Guard Aviation Training Center located on Tanner Williams Road in Mobile, Alabama. Plaintiff George Metz, a full-time YouTube content creator from Florida, is the current owner and operator of a YouTube channel called Rogue Nation. Through that YouTube channel, plaintiff publishes videos of himself performing what he terms as First Amendment, quote, audits. The quotation marks there you could almost feel through the paper. According to plaintiff, a First Amendment auditor is someone that goes around to, again, test the knowledge and make sure that rights are being upheld and, people are acting the way they should be and treating citizens how they should be treated. As summarized by Chief U.S. Magistrate Judge Stephen Doyle, plaintiff, quote, films various government buildings in what appears to be multiple attempts to provoke potentially unlawful police responses. Notice what they are quoting here. It says, see Metz versus Dodson. Metz versus Dodson is, of course, another lawsuit filed by Rogue Nation, which I can't imagine is going well after reading just this one sentence. The case currently before this court arises out of one of these audits, which was recorded, edited, and then posted on plaintiff's YouTube page. As described more fully herein, on October 13, 2020, defendants were called to the USCG facility to investigate a report of trespassing on USCG property and, upon arrival, encountered plaintiff. Plaintiff has brought a claim against defendant Milne for an alleged violation of his Fourth Amendment rights and a claim against defendant Kelly for an alleged violation of his First Amendment rights. Plaintiff seeks damages from these defendants in their individual capacities as a result of these alleged violations. On the other hand, defendants contend that they are entitled to a summary judgment because plaintiff's constitutional rights were not violated and because they are entitled to qualified immunity. Defendants aver that the evidence is undisputed that they were performing discretionary functions at the time of the incident and that their conduct did not violate any clearly established statutory or constitutional rights of which a reasonable person would have known. Okay, let's jump to the undisputed facts. The undisputed facts are, of course, the facts that aren't disputed by the plaintiff or the defense. On October 13, 2020, plaintiff approached the USCG facility located at Tanner Williams Road, Mobile, Alabama. The plaintiff drove to the area and parked his van on the side of Foster Road near the entrance of the USCG facility, and then approached the facility on foot.
Look like the Sarge has already come down here.
Plaintiff approached the entrance to the facility and its related guardhouse by walking alongside the grass of the fence surrounding the facility on the side of Tanner Williams Road on which the facility is located.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation with you. I'm out here in Mobile, Alabama, solo today. We are coming up on the United States Coast Guard Aviation Training Center, Mobile, Alabama, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. We are on the side of the road.
as he walked closer to the entrance, carrying a video camera and wearing a dark shirt with red writing, a hat, sunglasses, and a black face mask depicting a middle finger gesture made of the words, "Fuck you." Plaintiff filmed onto the USCG facility, highlighting both the USCG facility sign as well as vehicles entering and exiting the base.
Got some warning signs here. U.S. government property, no trespassing. Got the little guard check here. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
After reaching the entrance to the base, plaintiff stopped and filmed warning signs and notices located at the base entrance, including warning notices which stated, quote, U.S. Coast Guard property, authorized personnel only. Entry into this area constitutes consent to search of personnel and the property under their control. And, quote, U.S. government property, no trespassing. After he filmed the notice/warning signs, plaintiff walked across the paved entrance to the facility and took up a position next to a light pole on the other side of the entrance, immediately next to the USCG facility security fence. He then resumed filming the inside of the USCG facility.
So I continue to walk. I'm going to stand over here on the easement right next to the pole here. I want to block authorized personnel entry, consent to search of personnel and property under their control. So I want to be careful about that.
Almost immediately, non-party USCG security guard Davis approached plaintiff from the guardhouse and informed him that he, quote, cannot film here, and to, quote, get off the property because it's a, quote, military installation.
Sir, you can't film. Okay, you gotta get off the property. You cannot film here. Get off of the property. You cannot film here. This is a military installation.
At 8:45 a.m., Davis placed a call to emergency dispatch requesting the assistance of the Mobile Police Department. Davis reported that plaintiff was, quote, trying to film the base, that he was standing, quote, right in front of the gate, and that he had informed plaintiff to, quote, leave a couple of times. Immediately thereafter, another USCG security guard, non-party Jonathan Shelton, arrived in a patrol vehicle, pushed Metz off the paved portion of the base entranceway and onto the grass next to the security fence, and again told him to leave the property. Plaintiff refused, stating he was not on USCG property, but rather public property, and instructed Shelton to, quote, call the fucking police, dipshit.
All right, real quick, guys, I wanted to point this out. I saw this in the chat. I thought this was a great comment, and it goes back to even like the video that I showed earlier of mine, where they all have their masks on. These are the same people who during COVID were hooping and hollering and screaming and yelling about, you can't make us wear masks. I have a medical condition that doesn't allow me to wear a mask. And now they're all wearing masks. What happened to their medical conditions that they couldn't wear a mask? Just more lies and excuses from Butterbrain Douche. Good news. By the way, guys, I made a video during the height of the whole COVID thing about masks called The Truth of Masks Finally Revealed. It's one of my least viewed videos. So if you guys want to see what my take was on that at the time it was happening, definitely check it out. It's filmed like a movie. I actually filmed it over the course of like 2 weeks. I have my son as an actor in it. I got, other characters and stuff. It's something else, man. So definitely worth checking out if you're into that sort of thing. But anyway, back to the video.
Leave the property. Get your hands off. Get the fuck on the base and get your fucking hands off. You're on property now. I am not. This is a public fucking use of way. Get the fuck out of here. Call the police. Call the fucking police. You are on the property now. Call the fucking police, we will. Dipshit. Yeah. Touch me again, you're going to jail for assault. Okay. They're going the other way. Yep. Go. Get the fuck out. I'm not getting the fuck off. You're still on property. Get on the sidewalk. Get the away from me. COVID, 6 feet. Get the back. You're the one that's on our property. Yep, get the back. The street, your fucking property?
Right
You're not even on the street.
You can go across there, but you're on the property.
No, you guys are going to learn today about public's ease, right of ease, okay? This is a fucking public street. I'm allowed to be on the side of the road.
Get on the street.
Now, I'm not on the street.
What does it say right there? You take it, right?
Yeah.
So therefore,
U.S. property, no trespassing. Now ask your fucking.
You're trespassing.
Now ask your.
I'm not gonna discuss it with you.
Ask your
Shut
dumb
up.
ass. Why isn't the fence out here,
Like I said,
asshole?
All of this is our property.
Why isn't the fence out here, asshole? Because the public has a right to walk down the fucking side of the road without being in the fucking road.
Additionally, at 9 a.m., USCG Petty Officer Bradley made a call to emergency dispatch. Bradley informed emergency dispatch that plaintiff was, quote, on base and, quote, technically on our property, filming with a professional camera, and he also requested MPD assistance to remove plaintiff from our, quote, particular property. He also noted that plaintiff was not allowed to video the base from on their property. On, quote, their property. When asked where plaintiff was located, Bradley indicated that he was, quote, right on our front gate on Tanner Williams. He's actually, kind of getting a little fighty with our security guard right now, unquote. He further noted that the situation was, quote, starting to escalate and that MPD, quote, might want to hurry up. Bradley was asked whether plaintiff was on USCG property, to which he responded, quote, technically yes, he is on our side. That if he was on the other side of the road, that they would not be able to do much, and that plaintiff was, quote, standing on our grass, cussing at our security guards. At approximately 9:01 a.m., MPD officers Kimberly Kilburn and Milne arrived on scene. After his arrival, Milne began an investigation. He said during a deposition, "When I arrived on scene, I spoke with personnel working as security for the Coast Guard base. They informed me that an individual, you, were trespassing on their property and that they had to remove you from their driveway to the position that you were in at the time, which was a grassy area up against the fence of the Coast Guard base, and they stated that you were still on their property." Continuing, after observing the scene and speaking with USCG personnel, Kilburn and Milne approached plaintiff and asked him, quote, what is going on, to which he explained that he was doing a, quote, constitutionally protected activity and that Shelton needed to be arrested for assaulting him, quote, off base.
Hey, bud. What we got going on today?
This is what you see, a constitutionally protected activity in the place I'm legally allowed to be. This man needs to be arrested for assaulting me off base. Milne explained that where plaintiff was standing is not public property and that it is instead USCG property. Plaintiff immediately requested that a supervisor respond to the scene.
Okay, but it's his base, so...
He's off base?
No.
This is a public road. This is called
This right here?
Yes.
That's their property.
Oh, so it's
That's
not
federal property.
It's not a public use?
No.
The public can't walk down the road. We gotta
Well,
walk
you can
down the road?
until he tells you that you can't be here because you're on his property.
I need a
So, do you have your
supervisor.
ID? I need your ID.
Officers Kilburn and Milne then requested plaintiff to produce an ID and stated that they were performing an investigation related to potential trespassing. Plaintiff refused to provide an ID, stating that he does not have one, and again demanded that Milne request a supervisor.
I need your ID.
Go ahead and give us an ID.
What's the crime?
Trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
Trespassing.
Yes, sir. So I need to see your ID.
I don't have an ID on me. I need to see a supervisor. You're required to get a supervisor when I request one.
Okay, I can get you a supervisor right after you tell me who you are.
Milne responded that he would provide a supervisor after plaintiff provided his information, and when plaintiff stated that he was, quote, not legally required to tell you who I am, Milne stated that he would arrest him for trespassing if he did not provide his personal information.
Okay, I can get you a supervisor right after you tell me who you are.
I'm not legally required to tell you who I am.
You are, or you're going to be under arrest for trespassing.
So if I don't tell you who I am, I'm going to be under arrest for trespassing.
Yeah, and we'll take you to Metro, we'll write you down as John Doe, and then you can stay until you tell them who you are. But that's up to you.
No, absolutely.
Plaintiff provided his name and last name and date of birth to Milne.
As soon as you threaten me with arrest, that's a violation of my Fourth Amendment. Go ahead and take down my information.
What's your first and last name?
George Metz. What's your name?
I'll get you my name. How do you spell your last name?
M-E-T-Z. Is it C. Milne? M-I-L?
Milne. M-E-T-Z. What's your date of birth, Mr. Metz?
Milne then asked plaintiff for either his social security number or his driver's license number, but plaintiff refused to provide either, stating that asking for his social security number was a violation of the, quote, 1974 Privacy Act, and again demanded to speak to a supervisor.
Okay, what's your social?
I don't need to give that to you. It's not required. Please give me a supervisor.
It is required.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's against the law under the 1974 Privacy Act. Yes, it is. Get a supervisor.
Okay. No, we're not doing that yet. Okay. You're going to tell me either your ID number if you have an Alabama driver's license, or you're going to tell me your social. That's what's going to happen. I cannot identify you from your name and your date of birth.
What's the state statute say? What's required?
All right, man. Do you just want to go to jail for trespassing? Is that what it is? Are you just trying to make a statement out here? Because that's fine.
I do this all over the country. I'm sponsored by a lawyer. I'm well versed in the law, my friend.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have an Alabama driver's license, or are you from the state?
Nope.
No? Okay, so are you just going to continue to refuse to cooperate, or?
I've cooperated. I gave you my name and date of birth. That's all that's required by law.
It's not.
What else is required?
Like I said, you got to give me your social so I can identify you.
Okay, go ahead. Take down my social. I want the supervisor here now.
It does.
Yeah, you'll find out. Go ahead and get a supervisor here.
Eventually, plaintiff provided his social security number to Milne, who called plaintiff's information into MPD to continue his investigation.
So what is the purpose?
I'm answering no more questions.
Okay.
Supervisor. This guy just turned himself a lawsuit. Don't forget your part about putting your hands all on me and touching me and my camera.
You guys not on file?
Milne, through MPD Dispatch, ran the information provided by plaintiff under one of the MPD systems, but was unable to find any information identifying the plaintiff.
You said your social's 311. Okay. Do you not have any kind of ID at all anywhere in the United States?
I'm not answering any more questions from you. I gave you
Okay,
what was legally
that's the
required.
thing. Yeah, but none of this is coming back.
I can't help you. It's a problem with your system.
No, it's a problem with the information you gave me. Either you gave me false information, or you can try and help yourself out here and give me the correct information, or try and help me figure out why this information is not coming back.
I don't know what's wrong with your system. I don't work in technology. Maybe your supervisor can help when he gets here. You guys got like, what, 6 weeks of law training? It's clear you don't know what's going on.
After some time, plaintiff asked Kilburn if he was being detained, and she stated that he was, quote, for right now, until MPD was able to confirm his identity.
I'm being detained? Yes?
Yeah, for right now.
Okay. Detained for the crime of trespassing? Yeah.
However, plaintiff was never placed in handcuffs, was never physically touched, was never escorted to a squad car, and was never arrested. Plaintiff testified that at this point, he had been on the scene for approximately 20 minutes and further testified that even if he had not been detained, he would most likely have stayed anyway to speak to Sergeant Kelly. Kilburn continued an investigation to attempt to identify plaintiff, which was eventually successful.
Once we find out that I'm legal to be right here, I'll need to press charges on the captain of the security for assaulting me, battering me out here, outside of his jurisdiction. There's a reason why that fence doesn't come out to here. Can't just walk up to somebody, Shelton, and start putting your hands on him. You realize that, right?
Say something.
You can't just walk up to somebody and put your fucking hands on them, man. They training you guys to take social security numbers?
When we identify people, yes.
Absolutely. So you do it every time?
Every single time.
And that's a training policy of your department?
That's the only way that I can verifiably identify you.
Really?
Yes.
So how do cops do it in other states? They take Social Security
I don't know how
numbers?
they do it in other states. I work for the state of Alabama and the city of Mobile.
Any lawsuits yet?
Nope.
No? You just earned your first one.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're American, right?
Yes, I'm American.
Do you know the right to free press?
That's perfectly fine. You don't have a right to trespass on other people's property.
I'm just asking you if you know what the right to free press is.
Sure.
Okay. That'll take away your qualified immunity.
Okay, cool.
They ran all my records. They know who I am. Been stopped numerous times here in Alabama. I was stopped in front of the FBI last year here in Mobile. They wrote me a ticket. It's kind of hard to see how you guys can't find me.
Do you not want to speak to a supervisor?
No, I do. I was just legally. Am I still being detained? You guys?
You're still being investigated for the trespassing, so yeah.
Okay. Are you investigating here, or I don't see you doing any investigating now?
Yeah, we're just standing by.
Okay.
Thereafter, Sergeant Kelly arrived on the scene and, after briefly conferring with the officers and USCG personnel, told plaintiff that the USCG was stating that where he was standing is part of their property and that if he wanted to film, he needed to go across the street.
How you doing?
Good, Sergeant Kelly. How are you?
I'm great. All right. They're claiming this is part of their property, okay?
But you know about public easement, I'm sure.
If you want to film what's going on over here, go right over there, across the street.
So this is not public right away. The public has no right to walk on this.
They're claiming this is part of their property. I haven't seen the deed. I don't know. So if you want to film what's going on this base, go across the street.
Isn't that private property?
Go across the street.
Is that private?
See where that sign is right there, that big tank thing looking thing?
Oh, that's
that big metal thing?
That's public easement?
Then you can go right there. That's public easement. They can't say nothing to you. If you want to go over there, go over there.
Is this not public easement?
Over there is.
I'm just asking.
They're claiming this is their property, so that's all I have. Okay?
Oh, so okay, so just take their word.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, go over there.
Okay. Can I stand on the street?
No.
Why not?
Because then you're blocking the street, and you can go to jail for disorderly conduct for that.
All right.
You're going to film, and you're going to do this. Go across the street.
Okay. So this is their property. No one's allowed on it.
This is their property. They don't want you on their property. Go across the street.
Perfect.
Milne then accompanied plaintiff as he willingly crossed the street while continuing to film the officers, who he described as, quote, fucking idiots.
Thanks, I didn't need an escort. Fucking idiots.
After filming the police officers leaving the entrance to the USCG facility, plaintiff stated, quote, looks like they didn't end up learning anything anyway, so we're definitely going to have to take this to the next level here.
All right, looks like the coppers are out of here. Looks like they didn't end up learning anything anyway, so we're definitely going to have to take this to the next level here.
Plaintiff then proceeded to his vehicle, which was parked on Foster Road near the base, and found 3 MPD patrol vehicles idling behind his vehicle.
Look like the Sarge has already come down here.
Plaintiff asked Kilburn if there was an issue, and she told them that they were running the tag attempting to obtain ownership information for the vehicle. Plaintiff attempted to enter the vehicle and was instructed to wait to get into the vehicle by Kilburn.
Is there an issue?
Huh?
Is there an issue?
Just an abandoned vehicle.
Huh? That's not abandoned. You guys know who it is. It's got a tag on it. It's registered to me. Thank you, though.
Hang on, buddy.
Am I not allowed to get in my car?
At that time, Milne was running the tag on the vehicle, and it came back registered to a red vehicle, which led Kelly to believe it was a switch tag.
Am I being detained?
Hang on just a minute for me, bud.
Yes or no? Am I allowed to get in my vehicle?
Well, how do we know this is your vehicle?
It's got my tag on it. You ran it.
Is it your tag?
You guys want to?
I think I heard him say on the radio it was a switch tag.
Okay, so I want to stop it there real quick. So I wanted to point something out about that. One of the things that we see all the time with these guys, right, is this argument that they love to make that the cops are just going out of their way to look for an excuse to arrest us for no reason. And the way he's chuckling there, it seems like, we know that's what he says, right? So, like, they run the tag, it comes back as it being a red van, and then they look and say, "Oh, well, it's a gray van." But then they just double check to make sure and they see that it's all good when they check it against the VIN number. But to me, that's like a perfect example of another way that these guys are just always freaking wrong. Right? Like, it came back as a red tag on purpose because the cops were just looking for an excuse to bust him. I don't know. What do you make of that part? You are muted, hon. You're muted again.
God, when am I ever going to remember that? I think that day, because remember earlier they were having trouble identifying him with his information. So
Right.
they thought, you gave us the wrong information. And he's like, no, something's wrong. And then they were able to identify him, right?
Right.
And then same thing now with the car. I think maybe they were just having a problem with their system or something.
Right.
So, instead of giving them the benefit of the doubt as we might,
Right.
he automatically goes to their lying.
Yep.
Because who does that? Somebody who lies. A thief always thinks other people are stealing. A liar always thinks other people are lying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Somebody pointed out that only criminals think the blue line flag is a gang. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
it's like they have the mentality as such that everybody's lying to them because they lie to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't give anyone the benefit of the doubt. They don't know how.
Right. I saw it in the chat earlier. Someone was saying about like, oh, how come I never get in trouble with the cops? If the cops are just out there always going out of their way to hunt down innocent people for no reason, how come they don't do that to us?
I don't either. You don't. The majority, I would say probably 99.9% of our chat doesn't get in trouble with the police. And if they do, it's probably they just get pulled over because they accidentally run a stop sign or we're speeding a little bit. You know what I mean? We don't attract the police. We go out of our way to obey laws.
Yep.
And rules.
Yeah.
And policies.
Yep.
I mean, I wonder if these frauditors go in restaurants with no shirt and no shoes, expecting service, because that's just a policy.
Yep. Exactly. And that's the thing. And I've said this before too. Like, like when I drive back up to Wisconsin to visit the kids and stuff, like I'll admit sometimes, especially late at night when I'm on some of those, like in Tennessee and Georgia, some of those long country roads.
Yeah.
I might get a little a little happy on the gas pedal. My foot might get a little heavy, But if I was doing that and I got pulled over, I wouldn't be like, "Ah, you evil, horrible, rotten tyrant." I'd be like, "Ah, you got me. Yeah, I was speeding. I'll pay it. Whatever."
Yeah, I mean, it's not their fault that we do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's our fault for speeding. Yeah, you be irritated with yourself. That's cool, but don't take it out on the cop. He's just doing his job.
Right. And it's not like you didn't know you were speeding.
Yeah.
Like those guys that drive around with no license plate. It's not like you didn't know you didn't have a plate.
The only thing I could say is you might not know that if you have a light out or something in the back.
Right.
You know if you have a light out in the front. Yeah. You know if you have a light out in the front, but the back, no.
Right.
You might not know because you don't drive back there.
Right.
But he'll just, if anything, he'll say, just get it fixed. He's not even going to give you a ticket. It's a fix-it ticket. I mean, you go to court and they're going to just throw it out anyway.
Right.
So, but be nice. Usually the cop will give you a warning if you have a good record. They be respectful, be nice, be polite, give them what they're asking for. Make sure you're up to date on everything, and you'll probably just get a warning.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, it's not just women who get warnings. We don't just bat our eyes and cry. I've never done that.
That's just it. And I've actually covered, I mean, it was a while ago, but I covered some videos where I put together a compilation of people getting warnings from cops, because I was using that as an example of, if they're right and it's all just an extortion thing to get money from people, why would they ever let anyone off with a warning?
They wouldn't.
Right.
They wouldn't.
If it's all just a money-making scam, they would never, ever let anyone off with a warning.
Right. And then they would make up things that you wouldn't possibly know if you did or didn't do, like drifted over the line a little bit. They would say, you know, whatever that would be, like a ticket or didn't have control of the lane or something like that. You know, they would make up stuff that you were doing that you didn't do.
Right.
Just to get another ticket.
Now with dash cams and stuff, but
yeah, well, I don't have a dash.
No, the cops, I mean.
Right. And that would be if you like disputed the ticket, then they would
Well, right, exactly.
probably quickly just tell you, all right, we'll dismiss it, you know, so they didn't get in trouble. But
right.
How many people actually go to court and say, I didn't do that, you know?
Right.
Illinois, you got either a 4 or an 8-hour school, so keep it off your record.
I've been to that school.
I've been to both.
Yeah,
I've been to both.
But that's the point. That's one of the reasons why I get so frustrated with so many of these idiots, right? Because it's not like I'm a sweet, innocent angel and I've never done anything. And it's not like every cop I've ever met has been a sweet, innocent angel either, you know? But I have reason, I have logic, I have intellect, I can understand what's happening.
Yeah.
These guys can't. Everything's just, oh, cops are bad.
And I mean, you know, most of the time, the money that is generated from those tickets, it doesn't even go where these people think it goes.
Right.
So if they actually looked at those budgets that they always FOIA'd and understood what they were reading, they would know where the ticket money is going. Yep. So.
Right, exactly.
It's amazing to me that they always FOIA this crap and then never look at it and then claim to know where all the money's going, where their tax money is paying for, and what they're, you know, what they think they buy a stick of gum and that tax goes towards paying police. No, that's sales tax. That goes to the state.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with paying any municipality services.
Right,
so,
right. Yeah.
Look at this budget that you asked for.
They wouldn't understand that if they did.
No,
all they know. The few guys that have ever actually looked at anything they've FOIA'd always do the same thing. They find the 1 or 2 people that they actually know who those people are, and then they go out in an audit and they flex on them. Hey, I know you. You're that guy that gets paid $150,000 a year out of my tax dollars. That means you got to do what I say. And they're flexing on them because I know your salary, man.
Yeah, but you don't even pay. If you're paying that much in property tax, you need to move. Not even people who live in Chicago pay $150,000 a year.
Right.
I mean, granted, some pay $50,000 a year, but they're not paying $150,000 a year. You need to move if you're paying that much.
Yep. Yeah. And what was
Do you need to get more coffee?
I need more. I'm Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know, she knows, but I didn't get any sleep last night at all. So right now I'm just like, hey, yeah, this show's great. I'm glad I'm back, guys. It's very partially because I was nervous about today because it's been a while. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood, just like it should be. Yes, sir.
We're fine. See, we're getting back in the swing of things.
Yeah, we're gonna get back in the groove, boy. You've got to prove you. Madonna.
You know, ancient chart music and art is here.
Hey, damn crows!
Crows.
All right.
We have Fred and Unclean Hands here too, but Fred is also here.
What's up? What's up? What's
Did you know
up?
Fred had to go to the vet?
Whatever.
Did you know Fred had to go to the vet?
Hmm.
He's on some antibiotics and pain medicine for his poor little arthritis. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be okay.
I think I should throw him a happy day.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, yes. I said yes. All right, there they go. Yeah. I got in the habit of not looking at the chat, but now that you're up here the whole time, it's like, oh,
We gotta split the duties now. You gotta get used to reading it and talking.
All right.
I know, but dudes can't like multitask. Because I'll see him talk to you and you're like, I'm like, Hez, yo.
What were you saying? Oh, wait. Yeah. What? Frauditors suck. Yeah, I knew it.
And yes, Will, you got a wrench.
Wrenches.
Congratulations.
Should I speaking of me not paying attention to what's going on, should I tell them what I was telling you in the private chat?
Not yet.
Not yet? All right.
You mean
all right,
about
yeah.
another channel?
Huh?
Or-
No.
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait till we get closer.
We'll wait
there.
a little bit longer.
All right. Anyway, back to the video, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Wait, there it is.
Yeah, sure. Sure you did. My lawyer's gonna love this.
It's your ride?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's what the tag says. You got any reason to suspect it's not?
Say again?
Any reason to suspect it's not?
No, sir.
Can I get in and leave?
Yes.
Thank you.
Leave, go right ahead.
Get out of my way, thank you.
To determine whether the vehicle was properly registered to plaintiff, Kelly asked plaintiff if it was his vehicle, to which he responded that it was. Kelly then approached the vehicle and observed the VIN number to confirm the match. After Kelly determined that the vehicle was registered to plaintiff, the officers allowed plaintiff to get in his vehicle and leave, thus ending the encounter. Plaintiff has admitted that he was not damaged at any point and is only seeking punitive damages from the incident. So that was the extent of the incident that led to this lawsuit. Now, let's take a look at the analysis. Based on his complaint, plaintiff seemingly claims violations of his First and Fourth Amendment rights based on the actions of defendants. Defendants submit that they did not violate plaintiff's constitutional rights. In the alternative, defendants claim that they are entitled to qualified immunity. The qualified immunity doctrine seeks to balance, quote, the need to hold public officials accountable when they exercise power irresponsibly and the need to shield officials from harassment, distraction, and liability when they perform their duties reasonably. Qualified immunity protects government officials who are sued in their individual capacities if they are, quote, engaged in discretionary functions, unless they violate, quote, clearly established federal statutory or constitutional rights of which a reasonable person would have known. Moving down, unless the government official's act is so obviously wrong in the light of pre-existing law that only a plainly incompetent official or one who was knowingly violating the law would have committed the act, the official is entitled to qualified immunity. Continuing, to be entitled to qualified immunity, the government official must first show that he was acting within the scope of his discretionary authority when the alleged unconstitutional acts occurred. The term discretionary authority covers all actions of a government official that 1. Were undertaken pursuant to the performance of his duties, and 2. Were within the scope of his authority. Once the defendant establishes that he was acting within his discretionary authority, the burden shifts to the plaintiff to demonstrate that qualified immunity is inappropriate. To do so, the plaintiff must prove 1. That the government official violated a constitutional right, and 2. That the constitutional right was clearly established at the time of the official's actions. In his complaint, plaintiff argues that Milne violated his Fourth Amendment right to be free from unlawful seizure and search. Specifically, plaintiff asserted that because he was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, filming portions of the USCG base as a YouTube content creator, Milne did not have a reasonable suspicion of criminal activity and, therefore, no right to detain or ID him. Plaintiff specifically takes issue with Milne's request for a social security number to identify plaintiff because plaintiff claimed that he did not have a driver's license or other written identification. Milne contends that he is entitled to summary judgment on this claim on the following grounds. 1. He did not violate plaintiff's constitutional rights, and 2. He is entitled to qualified immunity. First, the judge will tackle the discretionary function. To prove that a police officer was performing a discretionary function, it must be shown that the police officer was A. Performing a legitimate job-related function, that is, pursuing a job-related goal, and B. Through his means that were within his power to utilize. Plaintiff has not disputed Milne's argument that he was performing a discretionary function during his interaction with plaintiff. It is undisputed that Milne was employed with the MPD on the date of the incident, was in uniform, was dispatched along with Kilburn to respond to 2 separate emergency calls placed by USCG personnel, and interacted with USCG personnel and plaintiff at the scene as part of a routine police investigation into plaintiff's alleged criminal conduct, trespass. Plaintiff's complaint identifies Milne and Kilburn as officers upon their arrival at the scene. Milne was indisputably, quote, performing a job-related function by responding to an emergency calls regarding potential criminal activity and investigating same as part of his employment as the police officer with MPD. Because Milne was performing a discretionary function, the burden shifts to plaintiff to demonstrate that Milne is not entitled to qualified immunity. To show that Milne is not entitled to qualified immunity, plaintiff must prove that Milne 1. Committed a constitutional violation, and 2. That the constitutional right Milne violated was clearly established at the time he did. So, it's pretty obviously Milne was performing a discretionary function in this case. Moving on to Rowe's claim that his Fourth Amendment was violated. Plaintiff has the burden of proving that Milne committed a constitutional violation. As discussed herein, plaintiff has failed to do so. The Fourth Amendment states that the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. However, an individual may be temporarily seized, and seizure alone is not enough for a 1983 liability. The seizure must be, quote, unreasonable. Although not expressly authorized in Terry, United States v. Brignoni-Ponce was unequivocal in saying that reasonable suspicion of criminal activity warrants a temporary seizure for the purpose of questioning limited to the purpose of the stop. The determination of whether an officer has reasonable suspicion of criminal activity is a question of law. Quote, we consider the totality of the circumstances in light of the officer's own experience and determine whether the officer can point to specific and articulable facts which, taken together with rational inferences from the facts, support an objectively reasonable suspicion that plaintiff had engaged in a crime. Moreover, when an official asserts qualified immunity for an alleged Fourth Amendment violation, the question is not whether the official had actual reasonable suspicion, but whether the official had arguable reasonable suspicion. At the time of the incident involving plaintiff, Milne was investigating several potential criminal issues. According to 18 U.S.C. 1382, whoever, within the jurisdiction of the United States, goes upon a military, naval, or Coast Guard reservation, post, fort, arsenal, yard, station, or installation for any purpose prohibited by law or lawful regulation shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 6 months or both. Additionally, 18 U.S.C. 795 states that whenever in the interests of national security, the President defines certain vital military and naval installations or equipment as requiring protection against the general dissemination of information relative thereto. It shall be unlawful to make any photograph, sketch, picture, drawing, map, or graphical representation of such vital military and naval installations or equipment without first obtaining permission of the commanding officer of the military or naval post, camp, or station. Furthermore, Alabama Code 13A74 states that a person is guilty of criminal trespass in the third degree when he knowingly enters or remains unlawfully in or upon premises. It is undisputed that USCG officers Davis and Bradley separately called for police to investigate potential criminal activity at the entrance of the base.
Real quick, Ray, I wanted to say a few words. And he said it, and people in the chat noticed too. That's one of my biggest things, and one of the many reasons why I love this video is what's the one word that frauditors always ignore? Unreasonable. Like it how often do we see that? They just completely ignore the reasonable part.
Every time. Every time. They think that they can also have a say in whether they're searched or not. Like, I don't consent to any searches or seizures. You don't have a say. When you're detained, you're automatically going to get searched. They don't want weapons in their car. Sorry, they don't.
Yep.
But what I was looking at were the other two offenses that he was saying before that, not just the trespass.
Oh, okay.
The other two laws that they break that I didn't know about, like, why aren't they ever charged with those when they're trying to film military bases?
Well, I mean, again, it does depend on the situation, right? Like, that's part of the whole thing was like, it wasn't even, again, this whole lawsuit for him isn't even about what he was charged with. It's that they even asked him to leave at all, and him calling that a violation of his First Amendment right.
But it wasn't because they never told him to stop filming, asked him what he was filming or what.
Mentioned filming at all. They said,
No,
oh,
they
no,
just
they
said-
did. They said, you can keep filming. Just do it over there.
Over there. Right. They never took his camera or told him you have to. Well, I think the first guard did from the base when he pulled up. He's like, you got to stop filming. You can't film here.
Right.
You have to leave. But he didn't tell him you can't film at all. You go, he goes, just you can't film here.
Right. Exactly. And again, when the cops showed up, the people he's trying to sue, stop picking on Georgie. The man is 14 months pregnant from appearances. Poor Mr. Metz. George Metz. We know that. I knew that about Rogue Nation a long time ago. I don't know. Were you even? I know you weren't here, but I mean, were you even watching the show when I had him on as a guest?
Who? George?
Rogue Nation. George Metz. I had him up here like 3 times on panel.
Vaguely, you know what? Vaguely remember that. Vaguely, you know how I'm not all there. High tones. Pizza. No pineapple. He's so silly. Yes, we need 2 more likes on that button there, guys. And then Hez will do a super adjective dance.
All right.
I can never remember the
the adjectives. The super mega ultra hardcore happy dance. All right.
I'm not collecting those anymore, Highway Star. I think we have enough Frozen Hez shots for the cards.
Yeah.
No pineapple on pizza. It doesn't belong. Anyway, I was in the middle of saying hi to Tones when you pizza.
Oh, hello,
Tones. Far, and we have unclean hands. You're a popular man this morning, sir.
Hey, well, everyone's glad I'm back. Big Bork, little bite for $2. You left us alone with no happy dances. Self-tase. No, I'll
more
just give you-
tasing.
No more tasing the doll. He wants me to get tased.
Oh, well, we can do that.
What?
No. He says self-tase. Sorry, it says it right there. No happy dances, self-tase. Got to do what the man requests. Sorry. You ready? Hang on. You ready?
Ouch.
Find the person who reported the over-year-old and tase them into oblivion.
What the?
That's what we should do, Big Borg.
I'm tangled. She's just pissed. She's me playing that game with her headphones she gave me. Like, why aren't you taking care of those headphones?
No, I was saying that we should find the person who reported that year-old video or live stream and tase the heck out of them. Strap them down and tase them.
Hey, the grumpy old man says, don't worry, it's only 50,000 volts. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, you guys who don't know the grumpy old man, we're going to be introducing him soon. But check this out. He donated this blue microphone. So when we do our giveaway, and because I missed a week and everything, we'll probably stretch it out into April. But when we do the next giveaway, you will have the option, if you're the grand prize winner, to get this blue microphone of your very own. USB, man. Bye.
I just told them in the chat tomorrow's the last day to enter. And now you're saying you're going to stretch it out.
Oh. Yeah, we probably should have discussed that before we went on the air. I didn't think of it until just now. Well, I figured since we missed a week, it's only fair to give him an extra week to get entered, you know.
Tone says he
uses it's a leap year anyway. What?
Tone says he uses one of those, works great. And you're at 81 likes.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means.
Duck dance.
It's time for the super, mega, ultra, hardcore, happy day. All right. Am I going full screen or are you going to be? Yeah.
Full screen.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Best fans in the world. Here we go. It's been a while. Trying to remember my rules. How was that one? It's been a week, man. Woo-wee. That was good stuff. I love that. That's a good workout.
Fantastic.
Oh, I forgot I pumped up the volume for the song. Now you were like, ah!
No, it was all right. It was actually fine.
No, what I'm saying is whenever I play the song, I turn up the volume so I could really get into it. The volume.
Oh, pizza. Again.
It's
pizza time. Oh, pizza time. That's the only word that rhymes. Meow.
Yes. It's a hoot. Now my head's crooked. All right, back to the video, guys. I love you guys. Best fans in the world. Thank you so much for everything. All right.
Davis reported in his call that plaintiff was filming the base, that he was on base property, and that he did not leave after being requested to do so. Bradley informed MPD through dispatch that plaintiff was on USCG property, that he was cussing at USCG security personnel, that he was improperly filming while on base, and that the situation was escalating. Milne testified that upon arrival at the scene, he observed plaintiff standing by the base fence, which was clearly marked as U.S. government property with, quote, no trespassing signs on it. Furthermore, he observed plaintiff with camera equipment filming onto a federal military installation. In addition to the emergency calls and his own observations, Milne spoke with at least 2 and potentially 3 USCG personnel before speaking with plaintiff. Plaintiff contends that the area he was standing on the entrance of the base was a public right-of-way and that Milne should have known this. This argument holds no water in relation to whether he was trespassing on military property. In a case that addressed a similar argument, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals stated, quote, but the main driveway of Wurtsmith Air Force Base was not built on land owned by the county. The county's right-of-way may have overlapped the driveway and the adjacent island, but a mere right-of-way, as the trial court noted, quote, is less than ownership. The typical Michigan suburbanite owns the portion of his driveway that lies between the sidewalk and the street, even though that portion of the driveway is burdened by a local government's right-of-way. The right-of-way may cover the suburbanite's entire tree lawn, along with such of the driveway as lies within the tree lawn, but the right-of-way is less than ownership in fee, and the driveway belongs to the homeowner. As far as Wurtsmith Air Force Base is concerned, similarly, Judge Churchill said, quote, there isn't any question that the entire area up to at least the center of the road, if not beyond, is a part of the military base. As a matter of real estate law, that proposition would seem unassailable. The court finds that plaintiff's own conclusion that the area upon which he was standing was a place he had a right to be is not supported by any evidence in the record, especially in the light of the McCoy decision and the fact that at least 3 USCG officials contend otherwise. In addition, the court finds that Milne's brief investigative seizure, and specifically his request for ID and the social security number of plaintiff, was constitutional as it was limited in duration and scope. Quote, a brief stop of a suspicious individual in order to determine his identity or to maintain the status quo momentarily while obtaining more information may be most reasonable in light of the facts known to the officers at the time. And skipping down, quote, if there are articulable facts supporting a reasonable suspicion that a person has committed a criminal offense, that person may be able to be stopped in order to identify him, to question him briefly, or to detain him briefly while attempting to attain additional information. It is well established that an official may conduct a brief investigatory stop, otherwise known as a, quote, Terry stop, if he has a reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Based on the undisputed evidence, the court concludes that Milne had at least arguable reasonable suspicion, if not actual reasonable suspicion, that plaintiff was trespassing on a federal military installation and filming same sufficient to justify a request that plaintiff provide identification. One law enforcement identification system and being unable to come up with any identifying information, Milne requested more identifying information from plaintiff, including his social security number. Although plaintiff admittedly had no ID on him to prove his identity, he argues that he could not be required to provide his social security number for that purpose. The court finds that Milne's request for plaintiff's social security number, under the totality of the circumstances, did not constitute an unreasonable search and seizure given plaintiff's unwillingness to provide identification or other identifying information. Even if the court had not reached this conclusion, the outcome would be the same, however, because plaintiff has not shown and cannot show that the conduct violates clearly established law to request the social security number of an alleged perpetrator who refuses to produce identification. And moving on to the violation of clearly established right. Even if this court found that Milne did violate plaintiff's Fourth Amendment rights, Milne would still be entitled to qualified immunity because plaintiff has not proven the second element of the prong test, that is, that the right was clearly established in a particularized sense. Based on the undisputed evidence concerning the events at the base that
Shut up, dummy! Listen! Hey, you guys! We're right about at the 3-hour mark, and I haven't been tortured at all today! Yeah! How awesome is that, guys? Hey, Hez says he's gonna stab me in the face. He shouldn't do that, should he? What? No. He's not gonna do that, right, Hez? You're not?
He's not.
See? I knew he wouldn't stab me.
But your child will.
Hi, Daddy. Ah, crap. Ow! 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 Thank you. Love you guys. Love you, Ray. Bye. Oh, no. I thought I was going to get through a whole show without taking one beating. Ow.
Sorry about that, guys. He likes to try and take over the show sometimes. He's a butter brain, potato brain, a bunghole.
Douche canoe.
A douche canoe, that's right. CyberX knows what's up. Never tempt fate, News Now Voodoo. Send News Now Voodoo to oblivion and tase Hez. Oh, crap.
Send News Now Voodoo to oblivion, but we can stab him. To poke him.
Yeah, man, stab me in the face. Will you take this thing out of my chin? Ow. Thank you. What was that? What are you gonna do with that mallet, Hez? Hey, what's he gonna do with the mallet?
Hit you with it.
No, he wouldn't. Ow! Ow!
So I distracted, so you forgot that I'm supposed to get tased too, right?
No.
Well, at least there ain't no more. No! Voodoo, please tase Hez for abandoning us. No!
The heck was that?
I don't know, man. I think that taste did something to my vocal cords. I just don't sound right no more. Oh, wait.
No, there's no tasing of the squirrel. Do you want them to taste the squirrel?
Oh, hell no. That was a gift from you, man. I ain't gonna let them do that. That ain't it, man. You dig?
That ain't hit, man. You dig? No squirrel, man. That's a good squirrel. That's like tasing baby, man. We can't do that.
Do you need a tase again to get this whatever out in a way?
No, I think the tasing's what caused it, man.
Right. So if we tase you again, then maybe.
You wake me back up?
Yes.
Oh, no. No, don't do it, man. Don't do it. I can't handle it.
Then get rid of this thing or whatever it is.
All right. Ah. Ow!
Do you need me to get a Hezo, Mom? She'll hit.
Crap.
She'll hit you gladly.
Mom, you're supposed to smack me upside the head.
Mom! Yeah. Tell her Ray said.
She said only if you guys give me money. They did.
Tell her Ray wants you to.
Ray wants you to do it. She said, okay, then I will. Just seriously, just come up and just smack me upside the
She
head real
loves
quick.
me. She loves me. No, she won't do it.
I love it.
You love it? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. That woke me back up. All right, I'm back to normal. Thank you, guys. All right. All right.
She loves me.
That was great. Thank you. That was great. All right, back to the video. I love it. Yes.
Day, Milne's actions were objectively reasonable under the circumstances, and, quote, an objectively reasonable officer in the same circumstances and possessing the same knowledge as Milne could have believed that probable cause existed to stop and ID Metz. Given the facts set forth above, Milne had a legitimate interest in stopping plaintiff to investigate potential trespassing and his request for identification, including social security number, JC News Now, to further investigate the situation, and plaintiff's potential criminal history was objectively reasonable under the circumstances. Plaintiff has cited no law in support of his argument and, in fact, in his response did not address the issue of whether the allegedly infringed right here was clearly established at all. The court, however, discovered a federal case from the Central District of California that it finds persuasive. In Williams v. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, the plaintiff claimed that the officer defendant was not entitled to qualified immunity because Schweier v. Cox, quote, demonstrated that the law was clearly established that an officer who requested a social security number during an investigatory stop could not elevate a detention to a de facto arrest or even deny a person, quote, any benefit because the individual refused to disclose his social security number. The court there...
All right. This video, like, it's still got a ways to go, and there's a lot to it. Is this the yeah, anyway, guys, go ahead and check out the video for yourself. Give Dummy Kruger the likes and the watch time.
It's at 51 minutes. So it's, you know, it's at 51 minutes. So we can realistically finish it tomorrow if you want it.
Yeah. Or again, you guys watch it on your own. Give Dummy Kruger the likes and the love and the screen time. Awesome sauce. But yeah, I mean, because we're at the 3-hour mark and we still never really did talk too much about why I was gone or what was going on. And some people do seem to be interested in that.
Yes. They would like to know what happened.
And no
what did you do? Were you a bad boy?
I got spanked by YouTube for being a bad boy. By the way, real quick, for those people who just got here, should I play them the special intro I played this morning?
Yes.
Yes. It was designed, we started the show this morning with this since I've been gone for a week, but it's also to introduce what's going to be the new, during the course of it, you'll see I actually show the two, oh, look at this Flower Power for $20. Welcome back. Thank you, Flower Power. Here's your happy dance. All right. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Flower Power.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, I will. What you're gonna see in this, I played it like this morning as the intro, but for those of you who weren't here early, the whole idea behind this is at one point during it, I show the thumbnail I used for this show 2 years ago, and then the thumbnail I've been using, and each one like blows up, and then at the very end, I'm gonna introduce the new thumbnail that I'm gonna use starting tomorrow and going forward. Now that Ray is officially my sidekick and co-host on the show. Round of applause for Ray. All right. So yeah, I'm going to show that again real quick. It's only 1.5 minutes long. Not a big deal, but it's awesome. I loved it. I actually, it's not a lot, but I did put a lot of work into it to make it work just right. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. People seem to like it in the morning. But again, for those of you who were late and missed it, we'll take a quick look at it again right now. And then we'll get back and we'll tell you. So every day is Hez and Ray make your day. That's right. That is absolutely right. Here we go. And for those of you who missed it this morning, imagine this is how I started the show. This is great stuff. Well, I mean, I did my countdown, but Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. The HR stands for Hez and Ray, guys. Come on, chef. You should know that.
No, he found out bad news. He's going to be losing his job next month.
Oh, that kind of HR, human resources.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No raise with the promotion. It's okay though.
It's all good in the hood. Anyway, so why did this
sit
all
next to Hez? That's raise enough.
Yes, there you go. What happened? So I got a TOS violation warning for a live stream, a morning show, just a regular episode of the morning show that was over a year old. What was the TOS violation? They don't tell you. They just tell you there was one.
I thought it was bullying and harassment.
Right, but they don't say what part of the video they were referring to. They don't.
Oh, what part of the? It was a live stream. It wasn't a video.
Right.
It was a live stream from over a year ago,
Yep.
and it was like a 4-hour live stream where Miss Mandy was the guest.
On, yeah.
Yeah, she was on panel with you. They don't tell you what minute mark it was because whoever reported it didn't give them a minute mark, and they aren't going to go through 4 hours to give you a minute mark. They just told him, go through and check for any point where you might have bullied or harassed somebody, and maybe just don't do that again.
Right. Like, what did I ever do to bully me? What did I ever do to bully anyone in my life? If anything, I was the one who got bullied when I was a kid. Oh man.
So he appealed, but the appeal is this. It's like you hit appeal and you expect that you'll be able to type your defense, but nope, you hit appeal and it goes off and they say, okay, we'll get back to you. And then they come back to you and it's like, nope.
Yep.
Too bad. Live with it.
Yeah. So that was it. We don't really know.
We have our theories on what's going on there, but we don't really want to put that out in the public.
Right.
Because we'll have
right.
We'll get a lot of black eyes for doing that, and we don't want to bring anything down on our chat or on you guys or have that following us around everywhere. So we're just going to let it go and say, okay, we sat down for a week. We got a lot straightened out. We has made a really awesome video, and we slept in, and it was really good. You know, we got the rest. I was able to catch up with takedown, you know, help him with cleaning up the comments, which now I'm back behind again, but I'll take care of that today, you know, and things worked out really good. So it was a blessing in disguise, kind of.
Read what Big Bork put on his super chat.
Rashes, Rays, awesome sunshine with Hez. Oh, also taste that. That isn't, oh, wow. That's a good, yeah, that's good.
I like that.
You
Ray's
guys are
awesome
so
sunshine with
clever.
Hez. Rash.
Rays, awesome sunshine with Hez. That's clever. That is.
That's great. I love that. And Highway Star for $2 says, baby
Wait,
voodoo.
not. You're not getting out of this.
Oh, crap.
Nope. Headphones on.
You know,
don't turn into that dude again.
What?
Don't turn into that dude again, I swear.
By the way, guys, the best part, I don't know if you guys realize, she controls the taser button. So when you guys request for me to get tased, she actually is the one who's, she loves it. All right. Highway Star for $2. Baby Voodoo, stab daddy again.
Where's pretty lady? Oh, there she is. Hello, pretty lady. How are you?
Hi, baby Voodoo. I'm so glad I get to see you all the time now.
Yes. This is awesome. That's the best part. You know what? I think that Hez only gave you the promotion because I kept telling him I wanted to see you more.
Yeah, screw him. I like you. Maybe you should get up and host this show with me.
Oh, you know what? We could do that for an episode. That'd be fun.
It would be. It would be great fun. And I think the audience would like it too because you're so cute.
Yay! Oh, I'm glad you guys like me. Thank you, guys. And look what I got. I got a present for my daddy, see?
Oh, yeah? Where are you putting it?
How about in his butt?
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Don't tell him. Don't say anything, guys. Don't say anything, guys. Daddy. Crab hammer sandwich sauce. What do you want? Look, I got all these cameras, man. I'm in business, baby. You know, I'm the pimp, you're the simp, and I've been eating all the shrimp. What are you gonna do?
You smell like rotten shrimp, so shut up.
What? Man,
smell like rotten
I
shrimp.
put lemon and butter on my, Vegemite. Ow, what the hell? Hey. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Daddy. I wanted you to moon the audience. Oh, well, that's always fun. I'm gonna moon you guys. Look at my butt. Ow! Thank you, guys. Love you, Ray. Love you guys. Bye. No, why are you guys clapping? This hurts. I can't even stand up straight. Holy poop, crab hammer sandwich salsa on a stick with Vegemite on it. Ow!
Yep. Really, you know, because it was like a 4-hour live stream, and I don't think they wanted to look through it all. And they just said, fine, whatever. I have theories. And I think I know why they took it and kind of agreed with it. But it's not because Hez is a bully or a harasser. So that would never happen. He doesn't bully. He wouldn't bully a fly. He takes it, puts it outside. You know, that's the kind of person Hez is. So.
Yeah, no, the only thing I could think of that makes sense. I mean, again, we have our theories, but on that level is maybe it was one of the videos I showed, like the Frauditor was doing.
A year later, Hez, no. Nope, doesn't make sense. Stop it.
I don't know.
Let's see. There was another comment I saw that, yeah, you know, Highway Star last night, I said the same thing. Why are the good people getting sick or having the problem I'm having, and they seem to be fine? Is it that God just doesn't want them?
No. No, this year so far though has been just horrible. We had the Doc Danger thing, the Triggered Limey thing, you now Cupcake, unclean hands. It's just like, oh,
Doc Danger,
right, yeah,
Triggered by Me.
yeah.
It's like, does God not want these horrible people? Only wants the good ones to come home? Or
Well, I mean, the horrible people ain't going there, so.
no, I know, but is that like he's just not bothering with them? Like, whatever, we don't want to deal with you. I only want these people, But
Yeah.
it's still not fair because I know Maggie will make it, but what suffering she has to go through
Right.
breaks my heart. I just don't want to see people have to suffer. And she's one of the best people I've ever met.
She is. She's a great person. Absolutely.
In my almost 50 years, I've never met someone besides you as kind and warm and caring as she is. And that's why she's so good at these Frauditor videos.
Mm-hmm.
It angers her to see see people being treated badly because she cares.
Right.
She really cares.
And that's the thing.
It's not about anything like that for her. It's about the fact that these people hurt people.
Well, right, exactly. And I said this when we were on her stream last night. Anyone who if I don't think anyone does, but if anyone has any doubt about how wonderful Maggie actually is, I literally know her personally, not just on YouTube, like in real life, and she is so sweet. She really is. That's her for real.
Yeah, we both know her personally, and what I'm saying is the truth about her. And to be almost 50 and never have met someone as kind as her is saying something. I mean,
yeah,
I've met a lot of sweet, kind people, but she's on another level. You know what I mean? I don't know how you get to that level, but she's there. And to see her suffer is just breaking my goddamn heart. I can't stand it. But I promised her I'd be there for her, and I'm gonna. And I know the rest of you are too. We're going to be strong for her. We're going to pray for her. And she's going to make it. And I know she will.
Yeah.
She's going to pull up her big girl panties because I know that's her.
Right.
She's a strong, strong girl. And we're going to make sure that we are her backbone when she needs us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Maggie Cupcake from the Frauditor News Network. Absolutely. Round of applause for you guys, the best fans in the world. Keebler. Oh, hey, what's up? R.I.P. Doc Danger. He's right with us. Hey, I rescued News Now Voodoo's cousin from the streets of New York. Now we won't have to wander the streets. That's awesome. Anyway, round of applause, of course, for my co-host, the amazing Ray. All right, the lovely, the gorgeous Ray.
And you, round of applause for Hez.
And yes, generally we don't do a lot of cursing on this channel, but that particular phrase is absolutely acceptable and in fact encouraged. That's it. Graham mentioned this, and see what I always think about when that comes up is that line in I know whatever, it's a movie, but that line in Forrest Gump, like when Forrest is arguing with Lieutenant Dan, he's like, well, why did God make me lose my legs or whatever? And he's like, no, God's good or whatever. But when Bubba's dying, he's like this deep thing, like, why did this happen to me? And what did Forrest say? He's like, well, because you got shot. You know what I mean? Like it was so simple for him, but it's just so obvious. Like,
Yeah, he just boils it down to the.
because they got sick.
Yeah, he boils it down to the simplest
Yeah.
of terms, really. I mean, we all spend so much time thinking about it, and maybe they're just it is because that's what happened.
Right. You know, you get hit by a car. Did you get hit because God wanted you dead, or because you got hit by a car?
No, but we all get angry and have to find
Well, right.
some reason. We all need to find reasons.
Well, because so
somebody
much
we
what's going on in
love.
the world doesn't make any damn sense. You try to make sense of it.
Yeah. Somebody we love, we all want to make sense of why we have to see them suffer.
Yep.
It's not fair. It's not right. It's not, you know, like your parents used to tell you, life is not fair. And you will see that a lot. So get used to it. Well, this is very hard to swallow. That's all.
Yes,
And,
it's a lot. It is a lot.
but we all will. And we all will do what we need to do for her. I mean, it's, we don't have a choice. We all love her. So, end of story. Bottom line.
All right. So on that note, guys, once again, love you guys. Love Maggie. Love Cupcake. Love Frauditor News Network. Love Ray Ray. Love me. Love you guys. Best fans in the world. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So glad to be back. And we will see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, we will. Y'all have a great day.
Huh?
I said y'all have a great day.
Yes, yes, yes. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.